Yeah, baby, number 2. Woo, woo. We're gonna keep positive vibes. Where is it? Somewhere. I don't know which way this direction goes. The baby's in there somewhere. Welcome back to the Just Trish Thanksgiving special. You guys, this is our only episode of the week. It's so sad, but so happy because we're celebrating Thanksgiving, but not how you would think of Thanksgiving. We're just giving thanks, like as in like thank you to the universe, because Thanksgiving, the original Thanksgiving, is just a whole lot of mess, and we don't want to celebrate that, I guess. I don't really know, but we're not celebrating that way. We're just celebrating with some turkey and taking a day off. So I'm here, Just Trish, and not just Trish today. We have a co-host today.
Just today.
Just today and every day, Oscar.
Hello, we're Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Well, Trixie Mattel. Don't come for me. It was Trixie Mattel. Like, I'm not.
Like, wow, that was good.
I'm not claiming that, but yes.
I love that. I love the Thanksgiving. You know, Trixie is probably like so into me. She's like your favorite right now, right? Because you bring her up all the time.
I mean, I've always loved Trixie since like she was on Drag Race and.
Oh, she was on Drag Race?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought she was just like her own thing. Like I thought she was like RuPaul. Like she would never be on Drag Race because she's like so big.
She was on Drag Race 7 and then she won All Stars 3. Maybe I am kind of a Trixie stan.
Yeah, I know. You bring her up a lot. We also have another co-host, but not really. Well, he's like they always want him as a guest, but I'm like, he's here every week. He's a guest every week. We have my husband, Moses, who's our tech.
Hello.
I don't know if you're a co-host, but you chime in here and there. You're a co-host.
I'm a fact checker.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Every time we'll sit there, like, talk about something factual, and then we look over to Mo.
Yeah. Mo's like, does he know? He knows most things.
He really does.
About, like, smart things, you know? Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about their setup for next year. So soon I'll have, like, a little desk here. I'll have my computer.
Yeah.
So
we're going to elevate.
We'll be like Joe Rogan. I'll be Jamie. Like, wherever
do you know that reference? Neither do I. We love a straight man reference. He's like, I'm the Jamie. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Straight man news over here.
Okay, I love it. And you're matching. You guys are matching today.
True. Yes, harvest.
Well, I saw him come in. I was like, what am I wearing today? I didn't know what. And then I was like, oh, yeah, fall vibes.
I love that.
I love
you're
it too.
A style
So
icon.
I was matching Oscar today.
I love it.
I live for it.
I love when people can like admit that they matched someone. You know what I mean? Because I always match people, but people like to be like, "Oh, you were? I didn't even know." You know, like he could have just said that. Like, "Oh my god, what a coincidence!" But
I think it's more fun to admit it.
Yeah,
and
I think so too.
And like, oh, I wanted to match you. Like, with Brooke, I was like, I literally, my friend Brooke.
I know, my friend Brooke too, which we got those sweatshirts. Well, technically we haven't gotten them physically yet, but we are getting them. Someone tracked them down. People went that night to the store to get them, and I was like, wow, they sold out. Like, they literally sold out because someone else went. They're like, they're all gone. And I'm like, I think we have two. I have one secured. I'm waiting for one person to send another one. I'm like, hopefully they sent it because I just sent money. And I'm like, hopefully these people sent it. They did show the receipt and the sweatshirt, but I'm like, it takes time, I guess. So we'll see.
The turnaround was pretty crazy. You posted your story. Brooke was on TikTok Live wearing the pink San Diego sweatshirt. You posted the screenshot on TikTok
As it was happening. And Brooke saw the Instagram story within like an hour, and it was great. I was loving it because we were worried. We're like, ooh, what does she think? Is like weird? Is it whatever? And she was like living, and she was, oh my god, I can't wait to see it. She even offered her own sweatshirt. She goes, if you need mine or a blue one she had, and I was like, well, maybe, but then I'm like, we found it.
We might have to take her up on that.
Yeah, just wear hers.
I love it. I love it because she followed me back on Instagram, and I literally now I know exactly how you feel because I saw that and I was like, oh my god, I'm cool.
There's such a great feeling about someone following you back.
And then she instantly DM'd me. She's like, I'm your biggest fan, and I was like,
no way, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I screenshot. Well, like, not a bad way, but I screenshotted to show you. I was like, look. But then I always wonder, can they see the screenshot? I mean, not that it matters, but I would be weird if someone. I don't think they can on Instagram.
I don't think so either.
I've been screenshotting all DMs, but not for like receipts, like freaking David with the Jeff incident being like, oh, on this day, like
for
the day it happened.
Reasons.
Yeah, no, I should maybe, I guess, but I like to screenshot to show people like, look who just DM'd me or something. But I guess it could be weird. I don't know. I was so excited to show. It's not like it's anything personal, but I guess it was like, oh, she's so excited for us to match her. So we'll have to plan the Brooke day soon. We have the FNAF. My FNAF cosplay was sold out, and I got the jacket. Theory wear, if you're out there, the Chica cosplay. The reason I have to get that one is because it's pink. All the other Chica cosplays are like yellow. I mean, it's not that hard to get. It's like a pink cheerleading skirt and like a Let's Party shirt, so it'd be like easy to get. But Anyways, theory where if you're out there, I'm looking for a 2X. No one hit me up on that. I thought, for sure they'll hit me up. No one has it. I was like, I'll pay double. I have a 2X on today from Fashion Nova, so not sponsored.
This is also 2X, so.
What? But it's oversized and cute. I love this whole vibe today.
Harvest. I'm like, what's like a politically correct way to do Thanksgiving cosplay? So this is what we ended up with. I think it's a autumnal, I think, right?
It's a what?
Autumnal.
What's autumnal?
Autumn.
It sounds like thumbnail. Like autumn. Autumnal? Autonominal.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what he said.
Yeah, autumnal. You got it.
Is that really a word? You make it up?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Autonomous?
Autonomous.
No.
What's that?
No, that's its own word.
Oh, I did not know. That was sounding crazy. It sounds like you said like a thumbnail or a thumbnail.
Autumnal?
Autumnal.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why we're on the education genre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Autumnal. I didn't get the harvest memo. I guess I should have. But we do have a little squish holding a turkey and a pumpkin on its head. Saw it at Barnes & Noble for $30, and I rationalized it by saying, let's use it for the podcast because I don't know. Malibu's not really into squishies that much, so I guess it's for me. It's only a little turkey.
It's so cute.
Are you cooking a turkey?
No, I'm not a cook at all.
Wow.
But I'll be eating a lot for sure.
Who cooks it?
Whole Foods actually is cooking our turkey.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what? They sell them made?
Yeah. You can order like Thanksgiving food from Whole Foods.
And that's what you guys do?
Yeah, because no one in my family likes to cook.
What?
Yeah.
Did you not have, no one cooked growing up?
My grandma would be the cook growing up.
A turkey is very, very easy to cook. It literally is like butter, some herbs, and stick it in. I mean, if I can cook it, literally I cook it like
it takes so long to cook though, doesn't it?
Like
Take
4
like
hours.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not crazy. You just stick it in and forget it. There's not much
You're
to
not
it.
doing anything for 4 hours.
Yeah, you just
watch
literally
it.
sit
You
around.
just
It is
watch
kind of fun when you stick like the thermometer in and stuff. It kind of feels sciencey. Like
I don't
what's
even think
the
we do
temperature?
that. Do we?
It feels complicated. It feels
complicated, but it's so not.
It feels
It's
kinda
very
sciencey.
big in size, so
Yeah.
it feels overwhelming.
I guess you take
know
the
the
stuff
feeling,
out.
but
Yeah, I don't
I
do that.
hate pulling the stuff out.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
See, my priority for Thanksgiving is like I'm always thinking about Black Friday. Like I'm
Okay.
at Thanksgiving dinner, but like I pull all the freaking ads and I'm like going through on the table. I'm like, what's the plan for Black Friday? I love Black Friday.
Wait, what
I
ads?
love
In the
it.
newspaper?
That's what back in the day, like a couple years ago. I
So
would
what are
always
you
have.
pulling now?
So now BlackFriday.com, not sponsored.
It tells you all the deals.
They get all the Black Friday ads leaked, so they have them on the website for like weeks, and then you can start like mapping it out, like where are we going, what we're hitting up first. It's serious.
Physically, you go to all these stores.
I need to be there. I really do. I'm
Really?
not like it doesn't give me the same rush. Like I need to be there.
no, right.
Oh, I hate like lines and crowds. For some reason, Black Friday, I'm like, I need to be there. Like I want to like fight and scramble. Like
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Do you think it's still crowded? Because we go to malls and they're dead. Like every time we go to a mall, it's dead.
I think it depends. Like if you go like first thing, there's like that rush, but then their stores are open for so long that like by the afternoon, the crazy people like me have already like gone through and left. And
So
they're
it's
home.
yeah. We
So-
should go tomorrow before Black Friday because we have to get something at Bath and Body Works, and I feel like we need to go before like
no,
the
because
sales.
you're gonna miss it. Although now all these stores start their sales like 2 weeks in advance of Black Friday. I'm like, this is not what it's about.
Okay, yes, we were at Target. We saw Christmas trees for $70. They were on sale for Black Friday for 50% off. We got 4 trees for like $150.
Oh my God.
For all 4 trees were $150, pre-lit, ready to go. Because we're doing like this little tree. I was shocked. I was like, I had Moses go back immediately because we didn't have enough room in the car. I'm like, you need to go back right now and go get those trees because that was the best deal. Like $35 for these big trees with lights. Like it
That's
almost was like a
wild.
mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at Target. Target had all the Black Friday sales already.
And the thing with Christmas decorations, like if you have not already got your Christmas decorations by now, like you're late. Like
yeah.
you cannot go on December 1st thinking you're gonna go get a Christmas tree.
No.
You're not gonna find anything. You
No.
can't even find an ornament.
Home Depot, like nothing is there December 1st. Like it's crazy. No, yeah, you have to get them before.
You gotta be planning July, you gotta be planning Christmas decorations.
I mean,
Like,
I
it's
love
that
people who do that.
serious.
That is everything.
I wish I could be like that.
I went to Rose, Anna's Pansina's house on Friday. We were
She
baking
gives me
cookies.
that.
Yeah,
She
she,
does
had the full trees up. We do it in July. Because like I guess when she does a lot of brand deals. I guess the brands need the assets by like September.
Oh my God.
So she does like Christmas in July and like leaves the trees up and stuff like this. It was beautiful. Her house is so cookie cutter perfect. It smells like pine. I'm like, they weren't real trees. And I'm like, it smells like real trees. And she has like sprays that smell like real trees. We made these cookies. It comes on her 12 cookies of Christmas or whatever. And it took us like, it's literally like an 8-hour cookie process. It's so long and so intricate, but man, she's like the perfect. Anyways, we love Ro. But Yeah, it was wild. People just decorate early. Here we decorated. We had to like get ours out by like November 1st because like our whole you can't see. You don't get to see them. Our palm trees are lit up. Like everything's like lit up. It's really pretty. But upstairs we're gonna decorate this week because we have to do our Christmas cards. And Christmas cards you have to shoot in November because you have to get them printed and you have to send them out. Maybe that's what we could do on the Patreon. I could give Christmas cards this year.
Yeah.
Because we already print. Well, you know what? We only print like 20. We don't have that many people. But yeah, we're starting Patreon in December. So or maybe next week we're starting it.
When is December? I don't even know. Is it
It's
next week?
Friday.
Then
a week
yeah,
from Friday.
Yeah.
So
Fact
it's
checker,
Let
both
me
the things.
fact check
I
here.
know. I scheduled our Christmas card shoot. I know.
Today it's airing November 21st. So
November 21st. So
in 9 days.
in
Wow.
9 days, it is. Yeah, it's Christmas. So, anyways, we're doing Patreon.
I'm excited for our Patreon.
I'm excited that you're excited because I know you're so busy. So I was so stoked when you're like, let's do more. And I was like, that's what I've been wanting to do.
I don't know what it is. Something shifted because like last week I was like so upbeat, so positive. I was like, we gotta keep the good vibes rolling.
I know.
I'm like, what else can we be doing?
Are you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still there. I
Okay.
think I'm shifting now. Every time
no.
like I want to dip, I'm like, no, and I bring it back up. So I'm trying to like stay at like this.
You have to keep up that way. No, I know because you were in such good spirits last time. And then like the next day you're like, I'm in the hospital. And I was like, oh my God. You're like, I had this, like my chest, I almost had a heart attack, but I'm going to get your episode up at 11. I was like, oh my God, are you okay?
I was so positive. Yeah, I thought I was dying. I thought I was having a heart
my
attack of some
God.
kind. But it turns out this is so bro coded and I hate saying it. I
Let
guess I
me-
just went too hard at the gym because my chest was just inflamed. Which
That's
is like,
wild.
yeah.
But it felt what?
Yeah.
Like your heart was racing?
It was a sharp pain that was going down. It was in my chest and went down my arm.
Oh,
so that's why I
yeah.
thought it was like.
Yeah, that's like, I always thought that too. Your arm I had my arm go numb one time. I'm like, I'm thinking I have a heart attack. Like, it's so scary.
And I think what added to it, I just had I went to the doctor like a couple of days before, and they give you like your weight, and they said I have Adderall and I'm on too much caffeine. So my poor Dr. Jen was a little concerned. So I also had that in the back of my mind too. I was like, oh my God, like Adderall, caffeine, like it's all finally catching up to me.
What caffeine do you drink?
I take caffeine pills because I don't like coffee. Yeah.
Oh my God, wait, you're not supposed to take that with Adderall?
No, because it's like upper and then upper.
Wait, why do you take caffeine pills?
A little pizzazz, a little
Let's
go,
not do caffeine. Let's bring it down a little bit. Oh my God.
I know, I've cut myself off. Now that you're in your 30s, you got to really start examining your lifestyle is what I've learned. So we're working.
Caffeine is actually like so bad for you. Like it is like actually like that's why you get like headaches when you don't have caffeine. It's
Yeah,
like, I don't
I've
do
had headaches
caffeine at
all
all.
week.
Yeah, I stopped. I was last year after I was pregnant. I kind of went on a caffeine kick because like this time of year they have Sprite cranberry and it's like my favorite thing in the whole world. And caffeine free is just weird. Like I don't like caffeine free either. So it's just I just don't do sodas in general. And I feel so much better when I don't do it. I love sodas, but like I can't do it.
know,
Coffee, oh no, because I get so high and then I crash too. And to me that's just like a drug and it's just like something I don't want to do. Caffeine's scary.
Right now, this is all just vibes and
Wow.
a little bit of Adderall. So
Okay.
yeah.
Does Adderall make you energetic?
Honestly, it just makes me normal.
It just feels normal. I never took it. I know people like took it also for like appetite suppressants. I know people.
Yeah, that reminds me. I
What?
felt like you last night because I had pasta for dinner, and I was like, "Oh, this is so Trish coded."
Pasta Sunday. It's very Jersey. Wait, do you watch Jersey Shore? Did we talk about this? You
No,
like
I don't watch Jersey
Oh, okay. Someone was telling me they love Jersey Shore. But that's very like Italian to have like pasta on like Sunday nights. I'm not Italian, but I heard that's what they do. They have like Sunday family dinners.
But you had that one shirt that says Italians do it better, and
Well,
you
that
wore
was
like
a cosplay. That was my
I know.
Madonna. Okay. I was like, that's a cosplay. That's so funny though. Like, wait, she's everything.
That photo's in my meme folder. I have so many photos of you in my meme folder.
Wait, was that even a meme or you just made it
No,
fun?
it's used on Twitter all the like gay
Really?
Twitter. Yeah, shout out. There's so many
Gay
like
Twitter.
gay Twitter influencers. Like shout out Mazzy Popstar and like Brooklyn and stuff. Yeah, they all.
Mazzy pop star. Who's that? That sounds like someone I should know. Are they a pop star? Are they a they?
Their icon is Kourtney Kardashian in the Addison Rae. He's all that.
Oh,
movie.
which
Yeah.
one? Where she's like,
Where she's on the phone
Oh, yeah.
and she's like Jessica. Was that her name in it?
yeah.
But yeah, they always use photos of you, and every time
my
I see them, I save them.
God.
So my meme folder is like all you.
That's so funny. I love that. I want to see your computer. Just see
Wait,
me.
that reminds me. I told everyone that I would ask you about this.
Oh no.
Have you seen the TikTok trend where people pretend that they're related to you?
Yes. I'm so over it. I see it all the time. That's on my For You page.
Everyone keeps begging me to ask you about this.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, oh, I met this person on Ancestry. Oh, they're FaceTiming me. They're crying. But like, I don't get it. Like, what? Like, what?
It is so funny.
It's so weird. What's the meme? I'm so not in on this joke.
With those pictures, and then they're like, "Oh, she just asked me for some money," and the parents, the replies are so like,
Don't
"Whatever
get it.
you do not send
They're
her
so
money."
concerned.
And what?
Block this person.
I'm so confused by them. And I see them all the time. I'm like, wait, what? I guess
Well,
it's just
I
what the
think
parents don't know. That's the. I
It's
don't
kind of like
get
the
the joke.
AI. I think it's just because there's so many pictures of you in so many different moods, so they can post it as if they're like, "Oh, look at this person. She sent me a picture. And, oh, she's now sad. Oh, she's really upset. Oh, she's happy."
You
But
hit
how
the
are they
nail on the head.
FaceTiming? How are they FaceTiming? You know what I mean? Like their little picture is with my picture.
I'm sure there's a filter.
Is
Yeah,
it a filter?
I'm pretty
Or
sure it's
are
just
they
a-
Photoshop? Because I've never Photoshopped. Like, how are people so good at Photoshopping? Is that what they're doing? Because it does look real. Stop it, because I don't want people to think that when they see me, like, oh my God, that's scammer. And I'm sure that's what people are saying. This is a trend I don't support. I won't support. Stop it.
It kills me.
I hate it. Have you done it?
Well, in this case, he actually knows you, so
I know.
that would be
That's true.
problematic.
We
Like
could be
a
on
convinced.
FaceTime. I never FaceTime, by the way. Scammer if it's FaceTime. I hate FaceTime.
That is funny.
Thank God you don't FaceTime me. There are so many people.
Oh, I
have-
hate FaceTime too.
I have a couple friends that try to FaceTime me. I never, ever answer. I'm
I
like,
wait
why?
for it to go away. I just sit there and stare at it every time I get
I'll
a question,
ignore
like,
it.
I'm
Oh,
like-
you just stare at it?
I just wait for it to stop because I kind of freeze. I'm like, why is someone FaceTiming? And then I get kind of like paranoid. I'm like, why are they FaceTiming me?
Yeah, I never do. Don't call me ever.
No, I'm not a
I don't
caller.
like it. It's so weird when people call me, and like sometimes I'll answer because I think it's serious. Like if no one ever calls me, and it's literally them just trying to like schedule. Like, oh, I'm trying to schedule something different. I was like, just text me. Like what? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Okay, so Thanksgiving's coming up. What are you thankful for? I like to do gratitude every morning. Like I do gratitude every morning because I feel like your day can only go up. And I also know the law of the universe, the secret of the universal law of attraction is like if you're thankful for things, the universe will give you like more things to be thankful for. So even if you're just thankful for like breathing and like watching Just Trish right now, like those are two things to be thankful for. The universe is gonna like bless you with more things to be thankful for. Like just more blessings will come. Otherwise, if you complain about stuff, the universe will just give you more things to complain about. You know what I mean? That's just what I've learned. So every morning I always do gratitude. I do like at least like I always tell people to do like at least 5 things. Even if you have 2 things, that's fine. But like at least 5. So what are 5 things you're grateful
Five.
for?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is so cliche, but just like health, like even if it's like to have a body, it's not my ideal body per se,
Oh.
but at least it's like a body and it's like everything is working as it should.
Yeah.
And to
a
have
good
a
one.
little scare, it just made me
Yeah.
extra thankful for that. So that's for sure.
Love that. That should be everyone. If you don't have one, like that should be your thing right now.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, even us, like we can get hard like on our bodies and stuff
Mm-hmm.
too, but really the fact that we're just kicking, that is a victory in and of itself.
I think
you
that
know?
all the time. I'm like, oh my God, like we're here,
Don't
we're
be
healthy.
hard on yourself. Yeah,
I
you're
can
alive.
breathe for the most
Yeah.
part. Sometimes I can't, but that's a whole other thing. That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, definitely this for sure. Because I mean, I told you too, like the timing of working with you is like so crazy because everything kind of aligned, like kind of lost like my second job and I have to like work more just like because I have so many people to support. And I almost like I was interviewing at Target. I was like, I'm like, I guess I'll just have to go back work retail on the side. And I had like an interview with scheduled with Target, like dead ass.
No
Yes.
way. Oh my gosh.
And then you had like reached out like that same week.
That's
so isn't that crazy?
Oh my God, that's actually so great. That's how I think things are like meant to be and aligned. Because we
Yeah.
have talked about so many times working. And like, I know for me, like you were always my first choice, but I was like, oh my gosh, I knew you were busy. I knew you worked full time. I knew you worked for other people. So I was just like, I don't know if this is going to work. And I didn't really have, like I kind of had a second choice, but not really. It just like wouldn't have worked. So even now, I mean, I always tell you, you're like irreplaceable. Like I don't know what I would do. That's why I'm so like, okay, what do you think? What do you think? Because there's just like, I don't know what I would do without you. Like you just edit so quickly, you do everything. I mean, you're just so great. And also we just like flow and people like you.
Yeah.
But oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love
I
that.
know, and I've like every time we talked about it too, we're like, oh yeah, like we knew it would work, but it's just like kind
Yeah.
of figuring out like the when situation, you know, and like
Yeah.
I don't know, this one is just like it all kind of like fell into place.
It's
so
so weird.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. I was thinking about that. I'm like, how that just like you said, just literally fell into place. And like almost immediately, it was just like 400,000 views on our first one, which is like insane because my main channel was like 10,000 views. So I was like, well, that's bizarre. I'm so confused by it still. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe it's like because that's like editing and like there's a set and now it looks like legit. I don't know. I've been doing this in my car for like the past 2 years and no one cared. So I guess it's the magic of it all. Yeah.
And
Okay,
also
that's
kind of similar to this, everyone who's like kind of like followed me afterwards, because I like my goal is never to like be an influencer, whatever. I think it's like silly and I like to entertain myself with like work stuff. But all of a sudden, like people are following, and then the people will message me like inside jokes and like tag me and stuff, and it's so cute. Like,
Oh my
it
gosh.
feels like such a like community, which is
Yeah.
wild. Because to me, I feel like you might be similar. Like I always kind of felt like underdoggy, like never really fitting in or whatever. And the fact that like people are like what we do and like want to like follow along and be in on it.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It is crazy. I know. I'm the same way. I'm just all like, oh my God, wait, people are like liking something we're doing. It's so cool. Like it feels like, and we're like the core of it. You know what I mean? We're like the group.
Isn't
we're like
that wild?
the it girls. Yeah. Of our Just Trish. It's so fun. I was like, wow. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that too. Okay. So 2 more things to be grateful for.
I'm thankful for my boyfriend too. I never thought I'd be like in a relationship, especially a relationship like we're going on 4 years soon. So that's crazy because I like, again, similar to you, like you kind of are, you go through like a lot of situationships for a really long time that you kind of just think that that's like all you're gonna like be stuck with forever, and you don't really see yourself like settling down or like living with someone. And then it happened for both of us at the same time, which is crazy.
Because how many days was it before quarantine you met him, right?
I met him. It's right when it started. Is when we started talking. It was like March, like 20 something.
That's crazy. Yeah. So it was like that's us too. We're like March 14th, so we're like a week
like,
away.
Literally like that same. Isn't that wild?
It is crazy. It's such a good way to like count how many years you've been together because it's 2020. So it's like,
it's easy.
Next year 4 years. Yeah, that's crazy at the same time too.
Yeah, I'm thankful for my other job too. I'm thankful to work at ET. Like I kind of like thinking about it. Like I interned there when I was in 2012 when I was in college, and that was like my dream when I was in college was to work there, and I achieved it. And sometimes I have to remind myself that.
Yeah, and you're like still working. You have like seniority. Like they respect you. They're like flexible with you. Like they even like let you change your like schedule and stuff around. Like which is like really nice.
Yeah, and everyone there is amazing. And it's like it's just a grind sometimes, as any job is. Like even though it's like kind of an unserious job in the scope of the world.
Right.
But as far as jobs go, it's definitely like a more fun one to have. Yeah.
I love it. ET is big. I mean, it's a huge one, and it's cool. It's cool when people like know that too. That you know that like you're like, oh, I work for ET.
I forgot to tell you.
God. ET and JT. Oh my God, you're so what? Tell me.
I just remember.
I love it.
I went in last Thursday. I was in the office, and there was like a college field trip, and I was like busted down because when you start work at 5 o'clock in the morning, like when you get ready it's like it's in God's hands, like, if you look cute or not. I looked rough, and there was a college field trip, and I was like walking, and of course I was wearing freaking Taylor Swift merch, like really just
oh my God, at the office?
Yeah,
I love that.
Like, just casually walking and looking busted, and these college kids go, oh my God, is that Oscar?
No.
And I didn't hear him, and I go to sit down, and then I'm like, Oscar, is that Oscar? And then the girl...
Whispering?
Yes.
I love it. I love when they whisper, and you hear them, yeah.
And then the girl that was like escorting them and giving them the tour was like, Oscar, they watched the podcast. And I was like, I didn't know what to say.
What did you do?
I was just like, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I was like gagged because I did not expect it.
Well, you were wearing a Taylor Swift shirt, so they probably thought
it was
like,
a giveaway.
Yeah.
The first thing they saw was, oh, I like your sweater. I was like, oh, thank you.
Oh, it was a sweater.
Yeah.
What was the Taylor Swift? Was
it's
she
like
on it?
Yeah, it's on the Eras tour on the back.
Oh my God, that's so. I can imagine
uniform.
seeing you wearing a Taylor Swift sweater is just like.
It's like
camp. Yeah, they're like, okay, that's Oscar.
It's like seeing you in a fast food uniform.
Yeah.
It's like very
for sure. Like there's Trisha and Moses. Oh my God, that's so cool. Wait, what were they doing a tour? ET?
It was it was a group of college kids that like want to work in broadcast journalism.
Oh, and they knew. I love when like college people know. I always get like really, no offense, I love the young kids too, but I always get like really young. But like college people, you wouldn't think watch our show, but shout out college kids.
I know. I love
that. Okay, I love. That's so exciting. Oh my God. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
A lot to be thankful for.
I love that. I have a lot to be thankful for this year too. And one being this podcast. Oh my God, I love this podcast. Yes, audience, thank you.
This is my fact checks.
Yes. No, I'm super thankful for this podcast. Like, it's so bizarre to me. I'm like always I think about it daily actually that it does so well. I'm so confused, perplexed, but also like sometimes I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. In my head, I'm like, oh, this will be a TV show next year. You know what I mean? So in like one hand, I'm like, wow, it's like so weird. People like it. But on the other hand, I'm like, oh, we'll definitely be at like the Sony lot next year. You know what I mean? So I see both, but it's bizarre. It's so cool. I love it. It feels like, it's just like this resurgence, and it feels so good to be like creative again. And I just, I'm so happy for it. Obviously, I'm thankful for you. Year number 2. Well, I'm not doing this in any specific order because I'm going to say Malibu and Moses, and they're going to be like, what? I'm so thankful for you because literally without you, this would be nothing. You just elevated it in so many ways, and I just love you. I've always have. I'm so excited to work together because I seriously feel like we try to work together so long. Yeah, it's just when it's right, the flow, the energy, all that. Third, I'm thankful for Moses and Malibu Malibu, which they're really the first. I should have probably put them first, but they're always my first in my gratitude journal. They're kind of like everything. Not only are you a producer on Just Trish, but you're also an amazing husband and also an amazing chef lately. You've been cooking it. My goal is for one day to get a private chef, which they're not that expensive, but it's just like, budget. You know what I mean? We'll see. If we sell the show, if we're like on TV or we sell it to Spotify for $100 million or something, then we could get a private chef. I should get you a private chef since you don't cook. That's what, you know
I'll
what I mean?
it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Because I would love to just be like, I would love some chicken nachos after this. You know what I mean? Because we always go to the same place. We go to a pasta place after this, which I love, but I'm like, God, I really wish I could just like whip up like a steak and mashed potatoes. You know what I mean? So yes, thankful for Moses. And of course, I'm Malibu because she's like a star, which by the way, you're so freaking good with Malibu.
Oh, I love
You have
her.
to answer
She's
the
the
picture.
best.
Oh my God, she literally like shocked, like shook. Like she literally like reached out for you to hold her. And then she just like started like laying down on you. And her face was just,
Yeah, she's very interesting. She has a very different reaction to each different person.
Oh.
Very different. She never did what she did with you. Like you
Yeah.
held her and she put her head on his shoulder and just
oh my God, it was just,
she never does that with anyone.
Are you
Oh,
like
I
a
love
kid
her.
magnet? Like
She was just pointing
Yeah.
directions for me to walk. I'm like, okay, girl, let's go.
yeah, it's like this way. It was so crazy because
I
that was
love
like the
her.
first time. I mean, I guess you guys like met briefly, but it was like the first time that like that happened. I was like, oh my God, she like loves you. It was so weird.
Well, I
It's so
think she
weird.
watches the podcast.
Yeah. She listens to your voice. She hears it. And she's also kind of like a toddler, even though she's only 14 months. I mean, she's really long, so she kind of just like holds herself. She's very
Yeah.
like tall, and it was so cute. And I was like, oh my God. And then you're like, now I want a baby, which I think you totally should.
Yes,
They're just baby fever.
100%. Like especially like with the holidays, like that's like the best part.
No, and then they get to
Yeah.
open presents and get
All
so
the memories,
excited.
yeah.
So we have Just Trish. I'm thankful for Oscar. I'm thankful for Moses. Thankful for Malibu. And I'm also thankful because I feel like you'll be like another great uncle to our second baby. I'm pregnant.
Is this real?
Yes.
Let me fact check. Yes.
Yeah. Due May
We are
2024.
pregnant.
Yay.
I'm crying. Are you serious? No.
Oh my gosh. What? What is happening? Okay.
Oh my
Production.
God.
Oh,
I'm so happy for
yeah.
you guys.
Thanks. There's our little baby.
Oh my God.
We're 13 weeks today.
Fully gagged me. Are you for real?
Yeah.
Fully gagged me. Oh my God.
And then when I saw you with Malibu, I was like, oh my God, you're going to be so cute with our little
Well,
baby,
you're the
Uncle
first
Oscar.
one to know.
Oh my God.
You're the first one we told. So, yay.
Congratulations. I'm like fully gagged. Wow.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
It's been so weird to like keep it a secret because like last time we announced so early, and I don't know. This time I just,
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God. When did you
Yeah.
find out?
October 3rd, which is Mean Girls Day.
Oh my God, of course.
Yeah, when I was filming it, I was like, you guys, today's October 3rd. And I was like, oh, Mean Girls. But also, yeah, we find out. It's so
Oh my
weird.
God.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know. We didn't know we were pregnant. You know, remember when I was like coughing a lot? I went to get an x-ray, and you're not supposed to get x-rays when you're pregnant. So they gave me a pregnancy test there. And it was so weird. They're like, it's negative. And I'm like, okay, which makes sense because it's been negative. We've been trying for so long. And I was like, okay, it's negative. They did the x-ray. And then like literally 2 weeks later, I was like pregnant. I was like, what? But I must have been
So
pregnant at the time.
So she did a test and it said negative. So we thought we're not pregnant that month, So by the time she checked again, because you were already like 4 weeks into, like we
I was like
found out
5
so
weeks.
late.
Yeah. I was like 6 or 5. Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah. She was just
So-
leaving the house and on the way out, she was like, let me check.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Mhm.
And
It was
I was shocked.
No, we've been all negative. And then we weren't really trying in September because I was like kind of sick. I was like kind of like coughing all the time and we were just busy and stuff. So it just didn't, I don't know. But we don't know. We'll know the gender. We go to Wednesday to find out the
Oh
gender.
my God, that's no gender reveals.
Yeah, no gender reveals, but we will. Oh my God, how did you do that? Where's this came from? I didn't even know that. Did you see the balloons?
I saw that. I didn't even think anything
Oh,
of it
you
because
didn't?
our set's always a little crazy.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm like,
that's true. How did you release it? What did you do?
We got pyrotechnics here.
That
and
was
the whole-
wild. Oh my
Oh
God,
my
that was just
God.
crazy. So,
that
yeah.
is so exciting.
Thank you.
What a year.
What a year. It's
God.
wild. Like I did not think I was going to get pregnant. I don't know. It's just always really hard for us to get pregnant. And we like try like every single day. And it's like doesn't happen. And then I know it's like the worst thing to hear when you're trying to get pregnant, but they say like when you stop trying, and it was like not by choice we stopped trying, but it was like,
Well, I mean,
I got sick.
My prediction was that it's going to happen in Vegas because we're trying to bring Elvis. And
Oh yeah. Oh, did you see
That's
behind
right.
Moses that last week was Elvis?
I've been having
my
that
God.
Easter egg there for a
Yeah.
little while. Elvis has been
That's
there.
our name. That is our name. Whether it's a boy or girl, it's Elvis. So,
So, it's Elvis.
he had the little thing. Yeah.
And then, because with Malibu, it was like, that whole pregnancy was ASMR.
Yeah.
It was a very specific time. It was, and for this baby, I'm excited because it's going to be the Just Trish.
Oh.
The Just Trish baby.
There's so much, but it's so much love and so much,
Positivity.
positivity
Yeah.
coming from people towards us and towards.
Well, I'm just going to get bigger in this chair, so
so
watch
this-
it shrink. It's going to be ginormous by the end of it.
So it'd be cool people to, follow the pregnancy with us.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's crazy because it's like we found out so late, and so it's like May already. It's like the baby's coming in May. I'm like, oh my God, that's like literally like 6 months away. So, so the talk show could still happen in the fall. I'll have my baby in May. We could take June,
White
July.
Lotus. What about White Lotus?
Yeah. Oh, well. They just announced that they're filming in February. So I guess White Lotus, if you need a 5-month, 6-month pregnant person by then, I'll come to Thailand. I told you I might have the baby in Thailand. I think I said that in a previous episode. I was like, I guess we'll just stay over there and have the baby. So
my
I know.
God.
I had a little panic attack.
Malibu was at the Maldives,
That's
so
true. She was. We
this
can have the baby in Thailand.
They need
White,
to go
white.
somewhere. Yeah.
I saw that they're starting to film in February, and I was like, oh man. I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I got pregnant, they were starting to cast, but we'll go over there. Like, it's fine. If you need a pregnant person, I'll be visibly pregnant. I'm already visibly pregnant. I'm like 4 months, but because last time my organs didn't go down, like it feels like I'm like 9 months pregnant right now. So it's there. And yeah, I've been very hungry this pregnancy. Also, yeah, the baby's like more active. Like you said, the first pregnancy was ASMR, so I was very chill. And Malibu was just in one position with like her leg over the head the entire time. Now we go for ultrasound and the baby's like jumping all the time. Like it's so crazy. It's so weird. So it's a very different, I feel it feels so different. So I'm thinking boy, but then I'm like, it's probably gonna be a girl because I don't know, we're just like girl vibes over here. So and like I have a sister and a brother, and I love my brother, but like I was closer with my sister, so I feel like sisters are kind of the vibe. But then you think of like we're done after this, by the way, after 2. So 1 and like 2, and that's it. So then you think, oh, boy, girl would be cute, but definitely not all boys like you. Oh my God, like I mean, you is great, but I mean like 5.
5 boys.
God. I think we talked about that before where I was just like, no, thank you. So no offense. I mean, honestly, like if you have all boys, that's a blessing too. Everything's a gift. Okay, of course. And we would like a boys. If you have 5 boys, that's amazing. We might just have girls, but we love a girl too. We love both. That's why I said Elvis for both. I think girls is kind of a vibe. Like we just an all girl fam.
Yeah.
But I think also, I don't know, part of me, I mean, Malibu looks just like Moses, but Malibu was Moses was just such a cute boy. Like, such a cute teenage. We need to find teenage, I'll send you teenage pics of Moses to insert. He is like so handsome. Like, Moses is very handsome now. But as a young boy, like a man, I'm like, he looked like a Backstreet Boy or something. And it's kind of shocking. I don't know. It's just, I guess because I met you with the long hair and you had hippie vibes. So seeing you as like preppy Abercrombie, I was kind of like, oh, this is like, okay. So then I'm like, oh, it'd be cute to have like I don't know. Maybe that's like weird. Someone's going to be like, oh, Trisha, you should have, but like to have a boy that looks like, it probably ends up looking like me. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry that you're short and like, no wrong being short and stubby, but Matt was very long and tall. Anyways, we'll be happy with any baby we have. So, yeah. So there's
we
that.
just want it to
That is
be
so
healthy
exciting.
and that's all.
Healthy
Just
baby.
healthy.
Yeah. As long as it's healthy. And there's heartbeat's been good.
And Malibu will be such a great older sister. So it's like whatever it is, it's
Oh, she already is like feeding, like she has little
Yeah.
babies she feeds. And it's
yeah,
really
we're
cute.
getting her ready. We don't have to be in shock.
Kisses.
You know?
my
Yeah.
heart.
She
Oh
came
my
to one of our
God.
appointments with us. She's like
Yeah.
looking at the baby and yeah, we're pregnant.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, it's so weird because we've been keeping it safe for so long, and I never feel pregnant. Like I don't feel pregnant. I guess one of the symptoms is being cold. I was really cold for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't really know. I
Yeah,
was
that's
cold the
why
first
she
time.
was cold.
Oh, my
So
God.
first pregnancy too, she was really cold.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Because basically your blood flow goes in there. The placenta has been like all that. There's so much water going, so your blood flow is much lower in your body, so you get cold.
Oh, my God.
That's why
Yeah.
you were cold and everything.
I've been hungry.
And tired.
Oh, tired too. And I've been hungry this time. Usually the first one I was like not hungry. Like I was hungry. I just didn't eat a lot. This one I eat like a ton. So I don't know. I just feel it's different. But who knows? Different pregnancy. I hope it's as easy as last time. Last time I was like such a breeze. I loved being pregnant. It was like the happiest ever. I just loved it. I can be pregnant all day long. It's like the birthing part's hard. But yeah. But the podcast will go on. We're gonna pre-record interviews. We're not gonna miss a beat. Okay. We will be here even if it's for an hour. We're gonna do the podcast because I worked giving birth. I was like, film this. Like we need to. I worked up until giving birth the day before, and then like literally right after. So I'm a worker. We're gonna continue this. If you want to have the talk show, we're ready for fall 2024. And White Lotus, we're happy to go over there. in February 2024 because, you know, I'll be pregnant. We'll just have the baby over there. I think Thailand is
Be part of your
beautiful.
character.
Anyway, they have to
Yeah.
write the part for you, so they'll just write it as a pregnant.
But maybe they have a
concerned
pregnant person in there. I mean, this whole season's about death, so maybe not. That'd be kind of morbid.
Life
Although, yeah.
and- yeah.
Life and death. That's true. We could have a little rebirth
Yeah,
thing.
reincarnation.
That would be cool. Anyways, I would love to be on White Lotus 3, but I also would rather be pregnant, so it's fine. I knew that was going to happen, though. I've been saying this. I'm like, I've been holding off getting pregnant in case White Lotus 3. And then the actor strike happened. And I was like, oh, no, now we're delaying this. And then I thought, well, maybe they'll film at the end of 2024 and we can go over as a family, but it didn't work out. I also got this for you for our little snack time. Can I throw it? Can you catch it? Are you a good catch? I'm
Yeah.
a bad thrower. Wow, good job. I got
so
two. So if we need a
my
little pick me up.
God.
Yes. Not sponsored by M&M's, but you know, because when we go on our bathroom breaks, I just sneak these in. I always am like, let me just do it, and then you're like, I'll have some. I'm like, okay, so we have a little bag. You can just have them on.
Oh my, this is
standby.
so sweet. Oh my God.
Literally
I'm
sweet.
so emotional
Yes.
today.
Oh my
God.
gosh, me too. It's a little birthday or baby celebration. I love this balloons. Oh my God, that just freaked me out. I was like, where'd those go?
Oh my God. And Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson's having his baby, I think, at the same
Yes.
time.
Oh my God. Wow.
I
Are they
think
like siblings?
I think they're similarly along Suki Waterhouse. So
Oh,
the play
really?
dates.
Oh my
yeah.
God. First of all, would love. Would love to have a play date, but they're like British, right?
I think Suki is from, I think she's American. I don't know where in America.
Well,
but-
they're probably like gonna raise their babies in England or something. I don't think they
Maybe.
could have play dates or something like that, which is iconic. I love being pregnant twins with people. Rihanna was pregnant the same time I was the first time, and I just love when there's like pregnancy people too, because then you just feel like you're part of something and everything. So yeah, we love a little pregnant moment.
So you get the vibe with Suki. She announced it wearing like a pink sparkly dress, and she was performing at like
Oh.
a music festival.
I don't really know. I know the name, of course, but is she known for? Is she on the blue? Is she on Vampires or something?
She's an actress. She
Oh.
she was in that show. Oh my God, why am I forgetting it? It was the one with Elvis's granddaughter.
Oh, Daisy Jones.
Yes, yeah, she was on that show, and she's also like an indie singer. But everyone's saying Taylor Lautner, stay away from this baby. We don't need no imprinting.
Oh my God, how awful! Like you have that your whole life, you're like a character you play, and then people just think you're that character. Although he kind of is that character because he's like flipping all the
So
time and stuff.
flippin', yeah.
Oh man, they should have a baby, the Taylors, because if they have a baby at the same time, then they could be. It'd
Oh
be so
my God,
cute.
yeah.
You should name, honestly, for real, a baby name on our list was Renesmee. Like I swear.
On her list, you mean? On her list.
And when Malibu
There's
was
no way in the world.
when Malibu was born, she looked like Renesmee. Not the CGI baby, but the animatronic baby they had. She looked just like her. God, if Robert Pattinson named his daughter Renesmee or baby, that'd be everything. Do you think he
Oh
would?
my God.
How iconic.
I think Taylor's more likely to name it Nessie after that's what
That
you
would
name
be
my baby
cute.
after the Loch Ness monster. Like that, I can see him.
That was a good delivery.
Thank you.
Nessie would be so cute too, actually, though. I love that. I love all names. Like, I think they're so cute, but I've always manifested Malibu and Elvis. Like, it's always been the names I've said, so that's it. And if we have a third one, we have literally no names for it, so that can't happen. I'm just like, well.
Renesmee. Then the third one is definitely Renesmee.
Then the third one's definitely Renesmee. Oh, God, no. Two sounds like a lot. I'm already scared. You know, you want to get pregnant, then you do, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be terrifying. I don't know how people do 2 kids. I don't know how people do 5 kids. It's amazing. People who have more than 2 kids, like how? Because like there's only 2 parents. So how do you have 2 kids? Like, what's the third one doing? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't watch all of them. It's impossible.
That's what, for me, the age difference between my brothers, so like they were able to like watch me most because there's like 8, 10, 12, like 14-year difference between us, between me and them. So
watch
they
you.
would babysit, but you know.
Oh my God, that's a lot of pressure though to give to your kid. Like, watch your other baby brother. You're all our babies. Oh my God, that's wild.
But I was an easy kid because you know. I think you're a similar way. We would just like watch TV and like.
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure. Yeah. Snacks, TV,
Yeah.
super easy. And you're the baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Malibu's too young to watch her sibling. She's only going to
Maybe a
be
little
like
bit, yeah.
a year and a half, 2 under 2. Yeah. So there's
That's
that.
so exciting.
That's all that. I was hiding my little ultrasound here.
It's sneaky.
A
Oh
little
my
sneaky.
God.
Yeah, I was very excited. We've been hiding it. We've been giving house tours to all our guests, and they've been just like the ultrasound's on the table, but I think no one's noticed yet. I guess you wouldn't if you're not trying to have babies. I guess no one would notice.
Yeah, and we have a young baby, so it's like
Okay,
they just
yeah.
assume it somehow relates to the one we already have.
That's true.
or-
Yeah, it's like an old ultrasound or something like that. Our gender
God.
reveal's banned because we were going to do a gender reveal. Is it banned?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I don't know. We're
I'm
doing
so
a gender
confused.
reveal.
Some people hate gender reveals, but I feel like they're kind of just part of like baby culture, don't you
That's
think?
how I think too. It's kind of like, okay, this is fun.
As long as it's not like there was one where they used all like pyrotechnics and then they started like a huge fire. So as long as you don't have any pyrotechnics,
Those are
or
wild. Yeah.
anything damaging to the environment.
Those are wild. You know, here's the thing. I go back and forth with gender reveals because I love the whole idea of like there's no gender for anyone, and I love that. I just think for like a baby, like you gotta like have a direction. Do you know what I mean?
Somewhere.
Yeah. Well, like, Elvis is a it could be a masculine name, but we'd give it to a girl. You know what I mean? So like, and as far as clothes go, we buy boy clothes from Malibu all the time because they're like really cute. Like we'll have like a dinosaur clothes. Like they have really cute suspenders. Like we put her in boy clothes too. So it's not, to me, it's not like boy girl anything. It's just like you kind of need like a, I don't know, like a direction, and then they can change their direction. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what? The gender. Someone did tell us the trans flag is kind of like a gender reveal. Because at first I was like, ooh, we shouldn't say gender reveal, but like, it's kind of gender reveal because it's like them revealing their new gender.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. I was like, at first I was like, oh my God, not gender reveal. But, you know, because it's good. It's good if you like, you know your gender, but it's also okay to not know your gender. So anyways.
Yeah, I feel like
it's change it too.
It's like a starting point, and then whatever the kid decides,
Yeah.
you know, however they choose to identify. But that's how I would think of it too. Like, I would fully support my child like choosing whatever they want to be, but like you kind of have to start somewhere. Like you need like a foundation, and then we can kind of go from there.
Yeah, then pick, okay?
Yeah.
But not even pick, but just like, well, you can.
Whatever you are.
Whatever you are.
Yeah.
Be whoever you are. But you know what's really cool is we had a Barbie theme because a lot of people, again, came for me because it's like, okay, you gave her name Malibu Barbie. It's hyper feminine. And then the birthday party was Barbie. But we had more little boys at our party just because like our friends just have like boys. We had like 4 girls, 4 boys, I think. And the boys like loved Barbie. Like the parents would send us a thing like, oh, it's his first Barbie, because we had like party favors and they had their first Barbie. They were like playing with it. Another one had a Barbie watch and like, oh, he's obsessed with his Barbie watch. So one, I love that the parents were like so cool to let their kid like play with Barbie. And 2, I love that these little boys were like loving Barbie and not thinking like, ew, it's a girl thing or something like that. I also thought it was cool this morning. Malibu was in the glam and she loves these like beauty sponges and she's always doing my face. But then my hair guy today is Jason, and she went over and started doing his makeup. And I love that she just doesn't even see anything. She just knows like you can get some makeup and you can get some makeup. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like that's the world we're growing up in. We're growing up in a world where it's like, you know, there's 2 gender parents and you don't even think about it. You know what I mean? Because we have like friends that have a daughter that's Malibu's age, and you know, there's Papa and then there's Dada and stuff like that. And it's just cool because it's like you just see it and you don't have to be told like, oh, this is different or this is that. You just see it. You know, it's like, oh, there's 2 dads or 2 moms. And also just in general, I saw a TikToker talk about how Gen Alpha is like lucky because like dads are just being more involved. Like we went to like an event and it was like all the dads like were actually like involved, which I know you said you had a really involved dad, but like I feel like everybody I know, just their dads, even if they were present, they weren't taking you into rehearsals. They just like come to the recital. They weren't like involved, you know?
Yeah.
And now I think everybody we know, like my makeup artist husband, everything, who's like, you know, obsessed with his daughter and stuff. Everyone's just so hands-on now as a dad, which is like so cool too. I love that like this generation is all about the dads being involved with the kids, which is like, what a concept. But like, they just never were. Like, I don't know. My dad, he was like there, but he was like in California. We saw him in the summers, whatever. Like, you know, I don't know. It's cool now that they're being involved, you know, if you're lucky enough to have a dad. I pray every day. I'm like, please let Moses live 50 years because we need him forever. But anyways, I just think it's cool that this generation is more open-minded and just doesn't even think about like, oh, makeup on a girl or not a boy. I don't know. It's cool. It's a fun world. I love it. And I know people are like, oh, I want to bring kids into the world right now. But I think it's changing. I think it's getting better. I mean, it is still scary, but I think like as a human race, we're like evolving more. We have a little more compassion and openness. Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, and they're the future. So, you
they're
know,
the future.
If you only get better if you bring in kids who are treat them well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, raise them good, raise them right. And I don't know, part of me also thinks they just like, I don't know, they just know. They're just smarter. I think the next generation's just always smarter and knows. And I have faith for Gen Alpha. Gen Z, I don't know, but Gen Alpha, they're coming through with everything, with all the support and inclusivity, and we love it. I'll probably do a gender reveal. I don't know. Maybe our first episode back, we'll do a little gender reveal.
Oh, that'd be cute, yeah.
Unless it's not allowed. I don't know. I guess we'll find out after this episode.
We'll see
you guys let me know.
To this.
I just think they're fun. I just think they're so fun. And I'm not gonna lie, we knew the gender before we did our gender reveal. Like everyone's supposed to be surprised, but when you get that call, it's like a few days after you do the test, and you get the call like, "Do you want to know the gender?" Like, how do people say no?
No, I have no self control.
No, tell us right now. Like we knew, but we still did a gender reveal for everyone else because it's just fun, you know. Yeah. But I would love to. Huh?
It's fun to let people know. Like it was fun. It was as exciting
to see all their reactions.
Yeah.
To let them know and see their reaction. Then we get excited.
I would love to be surprised though. It's just like I can't wait. Like I do love the idea of like taking it to a bakery and having this cake and being like, oh my gosh, you know.
But I don't know. You can't like when we go into the X-ray, the imaging, the ultrasound. You can't hide it. Like you see what they are.
Oh really? You
can tell? You can tell.
It's like harder to see. I think they have to tell you.
We could see like.
Well, we haven't seen yet. I don't know. We'll see. This baby, whatever it is jumping and excited and active. And I feel none of it, which is crazy. I feel like I never have symptoms. I never get sick. Like, it's very bizarre.
Oh.
Yeah, just tired and hungry sometimes.
It's a blessing to have such a nice pregnancy, a very calm.
It is crazy. And that's what we were talking about earlier with bodies. And it's like, my last pregnancy, I was like, again, like so happy, so blessed. Like, it was completely healthy. You know, you have to do like you can get gestational diabetes, which is like very easy to get. I didn't have that. Like, I just was like clean the whole way through. Like, everything was just perfect bill of health, which is like, so then you have to start thinking like, okay, my body is healthy. Like, it is strong. It's, you know, able to, not that it's like, it's not if you can't, you know, if you have any of that stuff, but sometimes I have to be more appreciative of that. It's like, because I mean, diabetes and gestational diabetes, they kind of explain to it. They're like, it's not really about your weight. It's not even about the sugar you intake. It's kind of like how your body breaks down sugar. Wow. My body's very good at breaking down sugar because I've been eating it forever. So I guess it's good.
It's trained.
You know? Yeah. So I've been lucky. And again, it's like, it doesn't even have to do with sugar intake. People just get it. But yeah, last pregnancy was wonderful. So I'm hoping it's smooth sailing. And then I'll just look huger in this chair. The chair's going to look so tiny by the end of it, especially because it's like full body. But I didn't pop until like month 8 or 9. We'll see. Anyways, we have hot topics. We got
that's
so many.
Well, this is the hottest.
That's the intro.
That's hot topic.
No, I know. There was actually too many hot topics. I was like, no, they're taking away from my announcement because I had it planned, announced before Thanksgiving, and I just don't want to wait anymore because it's like, I don't know, I was just excited. And then I was like, wait, no, there's so many hot topics. I should save it for a week that doesn't have any hot topics, you know? But that's just not going to happen today because, but we have a lot. We did our Thanksgiving. We did our M&Ms, turkey ice cream. From Baskin Robbins. Guys, go get the turkey ice cream cake, not sponsored, but their new flavor of the month is Thanksgiving flavored. It's cranberry, it's sweet potato. It's so delicious. Have you tried it?
No.
Are you an ice cream person?
Yeah, I love ice cream.
Oh my God, go get this cake. It only takes 48 hours to pre-order online. It's so good. It's shaped like a turkey, and inside is like the turkey flavored ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah, you need to get it. Baskin Robbins, check it out. All right, what's your hot topics today?
Oh my God, I have so many too. I'm trying to figure out
where to start
because there's so many different like silly ones.
The gay nutcracker. Wait, what? I thought that would be on the top of your list. That's on the top of my list. I want to dress as the gay nutcracker. Everyone's so upset about it. At Target, I wanted to go get it. Oh man, I didn't see it at our Target.
I didn't see it at my show either.
Did you see it though? Have you heard about it? It's all over Fox News. They're all mad. I'm like,
about
why?
The gay nutcracker?
Yeah, he's not even like that gay. He just has like some rainbows and a trans flag. Like, he literally just looks like a regular nutcracker. I was like, people are just weird. They act like they're in like crazy sex positions or something. It's like literally just that. There's also, they were upset about Santa being black in a wheelchair.
Oh, I did see that.
And I was like, why are people? And it's like Fox News, and I don't know why it's on my TikTok page, all Fox News, but it's like, why are these people so upset? And also white people complaining about this. I'm like, you need to like not. A white straight guy is complaining about this. I'm like, this looks bad on you. Like, why would you even talk?
Yeah,
that's such a weird thing to like go against.
It's crazy because like if it's not for you, just don't buy it. But like,
yeah,
it's for someone else. Like that's what I don't understand. It's like, okay, if you don't like it, then it's not like you're being forced to buy it or even have it in your home. But they're not like mailing it to you and like forcing it on your doorstep. Just like keep it moving.
What's the propaganda? What's the hate campaign against like Target? It's so weird. It's like, oh my God, they're selling gay pride nutcrackers.
Yeah,
it's like, weird. Like, it's such a weird thing.
I know. It's just a matter of like representation, like giving consumers options to purchase things that like represent them or their ideals or what they can relate to, and that's what's so bad about that.
It's so weird. I know. It's, especially when they were like coming for like the black Santa in the wheelchair. I'm like, that literally sounds like a hate crime that you're doing against this like statue. Like, you're literally like, oh my God, why would they do that? I was like, that's such a weird thing to complain about.
I know, like, God forbid.
I know. I don't know. I'm here for all of it. I love all of it. I love all of it. I think it's, you know, it's good. Plus, Santa gets boring after a while, so I would love
mix
to have.
Mix it up, yeah. Give people
mix
options.
it up, and I think it's just have a variety. I don't know. Also, Santa's creepy. Like, our Santa version that was at the mall for so many years is like creepy. I saw Santa at Disney World, and he was African American, and he just looked so, his like, you know what, his hair, everything looked so much better. I mean, I think he was like wearing a wig and stuff. Maybe they uploaded it because it's Disney World, but like our mall Santas are a little scary. I tried to take her there, and I was just like, these guys are like guys that like haven't like washed their beards in a while. No offense to mall Santas, but the ones that are, we'll just talk about our mall here in TO. Like, they definitely are just Santas that look like that all year round, and they do not wash their beards. Because we were gonna go last year, and I was just like, that's not clean. So maybe they upped it this year. I don't know. No offense to any Santas. I mean, if you're a white Santa, it's fine too. But the ones who look like Santa all year round always creep me out a little bit because I'm like, ooh, why? Why are you like choosing that aesthetic all year round? I don't know. You know, like choose one, a white beard or a white hair. Don't like have both or be jolly. All right, no gay nutcracker. I guess that's not what we're dressing up this year. It's so cute.
Oh
I
my
want it. We'll
God.
find it. We'll find it for the set. If you see it, keep your eyes open.
I will,
God, we
yeah.
gotta go to Walmart too and get the happy snacks.
That's what I was thinking about too.
Okay, we'll try and get that for next week. Okay, what's the top story? What's your
There's-
top story?
Okay, well, I mean, there's top, and then there's like, I
Oh.
think we gotta work our way.
The top is the gay nutcracker.
Okay, I really want to talk about this though. This is a story that I feel personally invested in now. The drama between Tana and Brooke. Have you been following the birthday drama?
Okay, kind of, but just on TikTok. Like I haven't really followed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I know people, I always try not to get invested in the drama because I'm like, oh my god, like, because sometimes it's like real people. I feel like they don't care so much. Like,
Same.
yeah, you know what I mean. But I would care so deeply if there was like drama about this, like not coming to my birthday party. Okay, tell me a little bit about it. Let's fill up people in.
Okay, so last week on Canceled, towards the end, it was like the last like 5 minutes, a conversation happened between Tana and crew and Brooke, where they were talking about how Brooke's birthday is this year, like the day after Thanksgiving. I think it's November 26th.
Right, but it
So
changes every year.
It
It's
changes
not always
every year.
after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Not her birthday, but the day after Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Thanksgiving. So a lot of the times she'll make plans to celebrate her birthday and then they'll cancel because of the holidays or whatever. So this year she just said that she straight up is not inviting anyone and she's going to do something separate for her birthday because everyone always cancels on her and she gets really disappointed by it.
Yeah.
And this sparked like a huge debate about.
Oh. Were they upset? I didn't see this part.
Well, Tana was just kind of explaining like to her birthdays like aren't that big of a deal or any like big day in general. She said like you can miss my wedding and I would understand.
I mean, she doesn't care about anything. Like you can literally like make out with her boyfriend. She's like, it's fine. Like she like, which is crazy. That's the best way to be. I could never.
Yeah. But for Brooke, she said specifically like birthdays for her like are a really big deal.
Yeah.
And that she always shows up to her friends' birthdays and she would hope that her friends show up to celebrate her birthday. And then it sparked this whole debate like in the comment section on like does Brooke need better friends, et cetera, et cetera. And then Brooke flew out to the East Coast. She did the Plan Brie podcast live or whatever.
Okay. Slay.
And then Tana and Co had like a Friendsgiving. And this is where I was like,
Oh,
what
I
is
didn't
going
know
on?
this,
I was really following the
Get them
breadcrumbs.
back on. We'll have Brooke and Tana.
We have to. That's what I said. I almost wanted to like get a statement. I was like, Brooke, can you release a
Oh
statement?
my god, she follows you. So. Oh my god, yes, you're getting statements from people.
Because they had a Friendsgiving and everyone, it was the whole Tana and Co. Like they're all characters, all personalities.
Right.
They're all doing different Friendsgiving TikToks. Lila's there stirring some
Oh
pot.
my god, Lila's wild. I love her. And she's always like, I want to come on the podcast. I'm like, girl, I have to censor every word you say. Okay.
And they said that they did a podcast with Lila and they can't air the episode because it was so unhinged.
No, she's so wild, everything she says, and it's great. But like honestly, we'll have to do that on Patreon
Yeah,
episode because
Patreon
she like
exclusive.
YouTube would never allow.
But Brooke said that Lila never misses a birthday party, so she was
Oh.
kind of shading. But anyway, so
Oh.
the whole TikTok group was like doing Friendsgiving TikToks, and then Brooke tweeted and deleted ironic ... the same day that the Friendsgiving was going on.
Oh, like saying she like it's ironic that was happening while she was gone, but maybe they don't know her schedule. Like to be fair, I'm a Brooke
I
fan.
know.
I'm a stan, but like I wouldn't assume someone knows my schedule.
And it is technically like it's the weekend before Thanksgiving weekend, so
When
it makes
people do their
sense. It's always like a
Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been like so invested in it because I kind of see both sides. But now I'm like, Brooke, I would go to your birthday party.
would too.
Although
Should we-
birthdays to me are not a
Let's
big
throw one.
deal. Like I'm not a big birthday like.
Oh, birthdays are a
person.
big deal. Maybe it's a borderline thing. Maybe because we both have
Oh.
that mental illness. Maybe we both, because I am very big on birthdays. I'm very big, like, I used to always throw big parties for myself. It's also like a thing. Yeah, interesting. It's also a thing, like, if she's, and I always throw parties for myself. Again, this is like no shade, but if she's like putting something together for herself,
Yeah.
you already kind of feel like someone should be doing this for me, which they should. But, if you're the one having to do it and then no one shows up on top of that, like, it really, really sucks. Now, granted, it is awful to have a birthday around Thanksgiving because, yeah, people are out of town. I think it's like Christmas too. It's like you almost have to do it like the month, like a couple weeks before because it is hard. But I would feel some type of way. Again, I'm not really in the crew, but they seem to always be doing stuff like for each other's birthdays and
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? Like Amari, they went to like Vegas on a private jet.
Well, that was the other thing too.
Yeah.
So Tana when she was here, like she was saying how busy she is around Halloween, but Mari's birthday was in October
Yes.
too, and she had to go and have a whole Vegas thing in the middle of all her Halloween stuff. So the
Right.
viewers were like, well, if she's still celebrating Amari's birthday in the middle of Halloween, why can't she celebrate Thanksgiving,
so
like
tough,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
and Brooke's birthday?
Because I know Amari and her are definitely just closer just by
Like family.
how many times. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think she said she was like adopted by his mom. Like they're just like by association just being together longer. And I don't know. It's so hard to tell because again, I'm kind of an outsider in this situation. Like, I don't know like if it's like you and me, right? Like are they just together on the podcast? And not that we are not friends outside outside of it, it's just like I don't really hang out with people. So it's like to me, Brooke comes across as like she likes to be alone and maybe doesn't go out all the time with them. Like I never see her out, and I always think that's like her choice because it seems like she likes to be alone, which is how I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. It's so hard to tell in this situation because like how close are they? Yes, they're close and they're obviously good friends for the. It's like I consider you a close friend, but we don't hang out all the time. You know what I mean? And so is it that same situation? I don't know. It's so tough because I always think now like okay, if it was your birthday party, like I would make the. I don't know. I now go out, so I don't know.
Same. That's
you know?
not too. But I think
it's hard.
If someone made it really clear that the whole event was like depended on me being there, and like they would be really disappointed if I wasn't there, then it'd be like I gotta like go out and I gotta be there. But it is hard Thanksgiving, like family stuff, and it's also like. But then that's why I keep going back and forth because Brooke's like, well, I'll work with your schedules. Like it doesn't have to be like the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I go back and forth. I'm like. I don't understand.
I know. I honestly don't know either. I don't know. It's hard. And it's like, again, I'm trying to think of your perspective. It's like, if it's your birthday and we're working so close together, like I would really make it a point to go. But I don't think I've ever been to anyone's birthday parties. And I get invited, like, my glam people and stuff like that. But it's really just because like, it's hard for me to like go out. But I guess it's like
you're actually like really close friends. They're like, hey, I know you're not. And usually she would give them a gift earlier and we'd do something earlier with them.
I definitely always do gifts for sure.
Yeah, like a smaller thing.
Yeah.
But they know her well. And I'm the opposite. Like my birthday is right before Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually push it to Halloween. I'm like, okay, let's celebrate it on Halloween.
Yeah, we did a Halloween party for you.
It's kind of an exciting
But Thanksgiving's not the equivalent because you can't just do like, let's all celebrate Thanksgiving on your birthday.
Right. So I'm saying it depends on what holiday it is. And Thanksgiving is like a family holiday.
Yeah.
So you just push
Mine's
it.
always on Mother's Day. And believe it or not, people are like not around on Mother's Day. Like people are always like away on Mother's Day. So
So just push it and have
but
it
they
on
are
holiday.
such party people. They're just such crew people where they're like always doing something. So you would feel some type of way. Like it's almost like when I was like in the vlog squad, not to throw it back, but I had a tour. I had a tour for like 3 months and it like sold out because I think people thought David would show up. So my tour was sold out. And not one of those freaking vlog squad members ever came to my birthday or to my tour, like not one show. And they would go to everyone's tour. They would go to freaking Scotty Sire's tour. No offense, Scotty, but you know what I mean? Every episode. Bolognese, Scotty Sire. No, but I just remember them going to so many Scotty Sire shows, and I get it. He was like in the friend group longer, but like I was a big part of those vlogs for like a year. I was like in every single like thumbnail, so I was just like, how are you not going to come to like one show, and even when it's in LA? Like you can't come to an LA show. I'm dating someone from this group, and you can't even come. Like it was bad. Like no one came. So that's why I kind of know when you think back on like friendships in general. I'm just like, oh yeah, like Shane didn't come. Like no one came, and I knew Shane for like it's very bizarre. So I get that feeling of like, okay, we're a crew. You guys come out for everything, you celebrate everything. Was she genuinely upset? What was she saying? Or were they genuinely upset that she wasn't inviting them? Because good for her for doing like her own thing. Like it's like, yeah, no one comes to my birthday, so I'm gonna just do my own thing.
They weren't like upset. Like Ari was doing a lot of the talking. He was just kind of like talking about it, but not like in an upset way.
Yeah.
But then it was all kind of weird though, because Brooke also like ended the podcast like really abruptly because they were still kind of talking about it. Tana was like, yeah, I know. I have to buy her something really good for her birthday this year. And Brooke was like, what? No.
That's so
anyway,
me.
That's canceled. Yeah. And Brooke just like kind of wrapped it up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd buy her something really expensive. I'd be like, that's actually what I do. I usually give people like bonus checks like for their birthday. Like I'm like, oh, I can't go to your birthday, but like here's $500 or something like that. Like I always do that. Like, because I do feel bad. Like I know I want people to show up for me, but it's like, it's really hard for me to like get out of the house. So and now I think with Malibu, we make so much more an effort. We've been to more parties in the past year than like literally my entire life. Like I think I've been to like 10 kids' birthday parties, and kids' birthday parties are very mutual. Like if you go, like they come and bring, like it's very that. What is she doing for her birthday this year? Did she say?
No, she didn't say. She
It's
just said
coming
she's
up.
doing something separate. Yeah,
Maybe we should go.
Oh yeah, Brooke will
We
throw your
surprised her
birthday.
with our San Diego sweatshirts. It's a Brooke party. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And then she was that TikTok live where she was wearing the San Diego sweatshirt. She even talked about it a little bit in there. She said, well, it seems like a lot of comments are on the right side, the side that anyone would be on.
Her side. Well, at least she has like a sense of humor. She seems both of them seems to like let things go which I'm actually more proud of Brooke, because if Brooke she has what I have, which is borderline, and it is hard to let things go. Like it's like you hang on to that more. Whereas opposed to Tana, I mean, she just like doesn't care about anything, which is like a good in the best way. Like literally, like her friends will like make out with a guy or whatever, hook up with people, and she's like doesn't care. I'm like, that's amazing. So Tana's really cool that she can like let things go. I think that's like such a good trait to have, but it's really cool that Brooke can just let things go and be funny about it. I also think like in a work relationship and stuff like that, it's just like, again, I don't know how close they are as far as like friends in real life? Do they talk on the phone? Are they sharing like those stuff? Or they just see each other for, in a way, I think like when we just see each other for the podcast, there's just so much more to catch up on, right?
Yeah.
We text here and there, and it's very short, but I always just feel like if we were on the phone all the time, we would be like, oh, we already talked about this or something.
That's
you know
what
I mean?
Too, especially because I think sometimes don't they film like a couple episodes like back to back or something?
I think that particular one, it was the day before we did the Brooke episode.
Yeah.
She didn't review it because she wanted to, a lot of people want to review our episodes and they don't have any edits or anything like that. But we didn't get the episode till 7, but she was filming. She told me she filmed like 5 podcasts in one night that night. And so she didn't get done till like 2 a.m. And I was like, oh, I think because they must be traveling or
and
something.
stuff too.
Yeah.
So especially in that case, then it kind of makes sense that they like are together to like work and like film or do the tour or whatever, and then like kind of take a break, but not like a shady, way or anything, but just like a kind of like balance.
Yeah, God, I want to know what she's doing now. I don't know. Yeah, I saw the drama. Isn't it funny that there's like drama like that from the podcast? I guess that's good for them because then people watch the podcast.
Yeah, I guess people invested in stuff. But I think the only thing I will say, I don't like when people are too hard on like, oh, Tana must be like a bad friend or Brooke needs better friends. Like,
yeah.
Brooke is like, she's also, she's an adult, and I think she would know if people like were actually bad friends, like she would,
not be around them.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
She would have that knowledge.
Oh, I'm like the worst friend. I would say that as far as like. I'm just so bad at like texting, talking, like showing up for things and stuff like that. So I think a lot of friendships also just fail because of me, because it's just like I'm just so I don't know. I'm just like I've never been that person because I didn't grow up with friends, and honestly, like my mom didn't really have like friends coming over to the house. Like she didn't really have like friends. Like I don't know. I never really saw friendship. So it's bizarre. I think it's cool. Like, especially someone like Tana who has like 20 friends and they're all like super close. Like, I like love that. I think that's cool. It's such a cool vibe. But I just wouldn't even know how to like nurture those friendships or anything. Like someone DM me, a TikToker, actually she's like a Broadway person. She DM'd me and she goes, we should hang out. And then I was like, if you're ever in LA, come to the podcast. But then I was thinking, oh, I think she might just want to hang out. But to me, this is hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah, friendships are I can't ever chime in on friendship stuff because I'm always just like, I don't even know how that even works. Like, I would just expect, I don't know. On one hand, I would expect everyone to come to my birthday, but on the other hand, I would expect no one to come to my birthday. My birthdays, people have notoriously said, they're all like, oh, they're just people that work for you. But I'm like, that's the people I see, like my glam people, those are my friends. And, that's it. I don't know. I get along with everyone I work with, so I consider them my friends.
I'm just like, my birthday's like, it was so low key. Like last year for my birthday, like my big thing was just getting like McDonald's breakfast. And I was like,
oh my God, that's really like all I wanted. Every day here. This year we did nothing. Well, we go to Mastro's, but I mean, honestly, that's kind of like a monthly thing. I mean, it is very nice. We had a very low key birthday this year, but that's a whole other conversation on why it was low key. It was just like a lot, but yeah, I always like making a big deal on my birthday. But now that I have like a baby, you got to save up for those baby birthday parties because those are so expensive for those balloon arches. And then now with her, we have to be social. So I try to nurture my relationships a little better because it's like, she needs to have friends and stuff, and it's just, it's hard. All your time, all your socializing goes to that now. So we're always just like looking for people who have babies. I'm like, oh, do you have a baby? Let's get together. Robert Pattinson, Suki Waterhouse. We could have a little baby play date. Hilary Duff always has like mom play dates with like Mandy Moore and stuff. I think their kids are a little older and they have like Ashley Tisdale in the group and they do these like, I was like, oh man, I wish I knew that.
That's the mom group.
That's the mom category. I don't know any like moms now. Rihanna, I guess. Hit me up. I think Quentin Tarantino had a baby the same time we had a baby too. So anyways, all of that, that's tea. Yeah, I saw clips of it. I always see clips of the canceled podcast on TikTok. I watch it, but like on drives.
It's funny what gets picked up and like becomes a thing from cancel.
I know, it's so funny. It's also funny what gets picked up from here. Not to talk about our show again, but it's like like the Shawty Bay, like certain ones that got brought up from that interview, which I'm like so glad people like. But it's always so funny what people like pick out. Like they're like, oh my God, she keeps calling Trish bra. And I didn't even notice. I was just like, oh, it's like just her little accent, her little style. So I always think it's so fun whenever I see clips of us on TikTok. I'm always like, oh, it's cool. Just like the so random. So random. We talk for so long and then I get a little like delirious. We're always hungry at some point and I'm always just like, I don't even know what we talked about. But God, there's literally so much this week. I don't even know where to go. Oh, Iggy Azalea called me fat.
Oh, you did it again. You did it again.
No, did you see it?
Azalea Banks called. I'm dead.
Why are their names so similar? Iggy Azalea.
Azalea Banks
called me fat.
Fat Iggy Azalea.
Oh, God. Okay, yes.
Baby
Azalea
brain.
Banks
now you
called
can
me
blame
fat.
everything on baby brain.
baby brain and pregnant. And I'm also not fat and pregnant. I can use that for like the next 6 months too.
You have to.
I'm pregnant. That was so wild. Okay, well, did she just DM somebody this?
The Azalea Banks news, which that's why it goes back to like the random like Twitter accounts. Like, I'm more gagged that Azalea Banks news like watches the podcast and then like screen recorded and sent it.
The drama.
Azalea
They wanted the
Banks.
tea. They instigated. They're like, hey, Trisha called you Iggy.
Which was just a slip up of words. But I will say
that
like
was. I mean, it's so confusing. That's so confusing.
But yeah, as far as getting read by Azalea Banks,
Wasn't bad.
No, that's actually
She
like
said fat
pretty.
Iggy?
That's like pretty solid, I would say. Like Troy Sivan, he really got it.
He got it.
Yeah, he really got it. So I think it's kind of like a rite of passage, and all things considered, I think it's like a seal of approval. And did you see that? Like, apparently 2 years ago, Azalea Banks like posted on her Instagram story that her cousin,
or
right?
niece or something,
Yeah.
someone cousin maybe, I don't know, was a fan.
Yeah.
So she's like, I gotta get to know her more. So at one point, she was a fan. Then I called her Iggy. Azalea, you're more of a queen than Iggy ever will be.
Because Iggy didn't do your mukbang with you, so
right. Iggy wanted to. Right. I was devastated too. I don't know really what happened or what, but they were like, they said something. Whoever reached out was like, she wants to do a mukbang with you, and I was like, oh my god, so cool. And then it just like fell apart, and then it's always like it's a little sad when that happens. But I mean, it happens. Our show too. We gotten some cool people, and then it's like I'm gonna follow up in the new year with everybody. I have all a list of people because we had some like really big like A-list people wanting to come on, and then like you talk to their managers, and then it becomes like a thing, and it's hard to book them. So in the new year, I'm gonna follow up with everybody. But not to say we haven't had slayed guests. Honestly, Shadi Bay was one of my favorites, and I will slay all day for them. I like having guests that are new to podcast world or like that don't have a lot of interviews. I think that's fun too.
Yeah.
I'm going on Zach saying next week. I'm going to ask him about the Troy Sivan hookup. Can you get Troy Sivan on our podcast and Ariana? Honestly, Ari is probably bigger than Troy.
Oh, yeah. I think so. No offense to Troy, but I think Ariana's just been around longer. And like, as far as like hits, like Ariana has had a lot of like top hits.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. She also duetted with The Weeknd.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. You can't beat that.
It was "Do These Tears." Every time we go on a date night, Mose always plays The Weeknd in the car for me. It's so great. I'm always like, yeah. And we heard the "Save the Tears" song with her, and I was like, oh, it's so good. I love Ari. She soft launched her boyfriend, which I wanted to get that shirt. I was like, oh my god, that shirt's everything. That's wild. It's crazy. It's crazy that it's like happening and it's like real and it's like in front of us. I just love how sly she was about it. She like took a picture of the shirt and then he posted him with the shirt. I was like, okay, I love that. That's very like, we don't want people to know, but we want people to know, And the picture of him as a baby, by the way, is from Spamalot, everybody. Pop Crave. Trying to do him dirty, like stuns a new photo. Didn't say stuns, just said in a new photo. Yes. And I was like, and then I was like, oh my god, this is Ariana's me. I was like, okay, for all you non-theater people, like what? It's costume.
It's shocking though. Like I saw that photo really did stop me in my tracks and made me think about a few things. I was like, what? I figured it must have been some kind of theatricality kind of thing. I figured it was for one of them little shows, but
no, a big Broadway show,
one of them little shows. But my god, that photo was shocking.
Oh my god! It literally, to me, like even if I didn't know the show, I'd be like, clearly this is a costume. This is not how he dresses. He's not a little.
It'd be different, like seeing Jacob Elordi dressed as little baby for a show. Okay, that's cute. But for something about Ethan Slater dressing up as little baby for Spamalot,
I'm done with the Ethan Slater ugly shaming too, or look shaming, because it's like there's again so many things to come for him for, but it's like him being unattractive doesn't mean one of them. And honestly, okay, as a theater person, I think he's very attractive. He is like theater royalty. Like when there's a straight guy in like musical theater, people love him. Like right before him, there was a guy named Christian Borle who was married to Sutton Foster, had an affair with Laura Bell Bundy. He was like the it guy.
What is with theater people and affairs?
Oh yeah, they're wild in the theater because I think there's like a bunch of horny theater kids. And this guy, like again, looking at him, you wouldn't think like, oh my god, he's so hot, but he is one of the hottest people in the world to me because it's like his talent, his swag.
Slater?
Christian Borle.
Oh, Christian.
But Ethan Slater, which is weird because Ethan Slater is playing Christian Borle's role in Spamalot, and they're not that far apart in age, maybe like 20 years or something like that. But look up Christian Borle. He's so cute. I met him one time. Actually, I'll give you a picture of me and Christian Borle. It's one of my favorite pictures ever. And Christian Borle knows he's hot too because, I meet a lot of like celebrities and they're really nice, but Christian Borle was just very much like, I'm Christian Borle. Like he's just like, and I feel like Ethan Slater has that same swag where he's just like, I'm Ethan Slater. And I think Ethan Slater is very handsome. I do think it's wild. He looks like Frankie Grande. Like that picture. Did you see that one?
Yes.
I mean, that's crazy. That does look like they almost morphed. But again, I don't think it's like a bad thing. It's almost like dating someone that's like reminds you of their mother or something like that. Like, you just date people who feel familiar. I don't know. People are so hard on him. First of all, he's not ugly. Okay, he's not an ugly person, and I don't know. Even if he was like, whatever. And I don't know. Obviously he has something that Ariana's like, pulled by him. But he's also like such a good singer. Like he's just so talented. I'm an Ethan Slater stan. Yeah. And honestly, people were like, well, his wife may be like, maybe that's like she won at the end of the day. She saw the baby photo and she goes, you know what? Actually, she's like,
I'm good.
Yeah. And maybe that's it. Maybe she needed I don't know, trying to find some like silver lining here. But the soft launch was real. Ariana's beautiful though. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gosh, she's so pretty.
She's looking so good.
I wish I could be her. But love the soft launch. And I love that they're just there. When do you think they're going to like officially post?
Maybe when like the Wicked trailer comes out, because at that point it's like, can you really like escape it?
Yeah. Do you think they'll get married?
I
think
don't know.
Ari. Well, she has been married, but I feel like she'd want to be married again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she seems like the romantic type for sure, and like wants to really settle down. But I know it's hard because some Arianators just aren't here for. What's their ship name? Like Ethiana?
Oh, wait, what did you say it was?
Ethiana? Is that what it is?
Ethiana? That's cute. I like that. Ari. Oh, yeah, their names are weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a hard one.
I stand in solidarity with Arianators. Like I've stand a queen who has had some frogs before the prince too. So
yeah.
What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah, what can you say at this point?
Love is love, I guess.
Love is love, and it is crazy. I mean, it is wild. It's also sad too. I mean, that's all like just at the end of the day, love is wild. Life is wild. I don't know how people can just switch so quickly. And again, we don't know their relationship. Maybe he was out of love. Maybe the wife.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they don't love each other. I don't know. Who knows? I have to think of it that way. I'm like maybe there was problems or they wanted to be out. I always think as someone like is in that situation, they were kind of like 1 foot out anyways. You know what I mean? Because I just don't see myself like now. Like there's just no way I could like go any direction. Like I couldn't be pulled by anyone, not even the Weeknd. Sorry. Which by the way, he has the most random. He has the most streamed song ever on Spotify.
What song?
Blinding Lights,
Oh,
3.8
really?
million.
Did you say million?
Billion.
Oh, yeah.
Is that enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
Things like that. I don't know. He's number 1, and number 2 was Ed Sheeran with Body, Put Your Body on Me. What is the song? I'm in love with your body.
Shape of You.
Oh, yeah. Shape of You is what it's called, like the movie with like the sea monster. Oh, that's Shape of Water. I'm in love with the shape of you. That's the second one, which is like, it's a sleigh, but also like
random.
But Taylor wasn't up there. I was shocked. Because we were saying, we had this debate in the car, not debate, but talk when we go on a date. This is what we talk about because The Weeknd was playing. And I was like, I'm shocked that he had the most song because we were talking about how he doesn't really like have a fandom.
I think this casual straight man loves The Weeknd.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
and they're not the ones necessarily like on Twitter like saying like, okay, slay Abel, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
They're just streaming and then going fishing. Okay.
You think that's so funny because I listen to his songs and I wouldn't think to me I don't know. Again, I'm a new Weeknd fan, but I wouldn't think like straight men listen to it because it's so about like the girls and being sensual and I wanna F you up, like all that stuff like that.
A lot of straight men I know love The Weeknd. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
At the gym, everyone all the straight guys at the gym are listening to The Weeknd.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know enough straight guys. Like I don't know.
I know, not by choice, but the ones I know.
Yeah. That was wild to me. I was like, because I'd never even heard of The Weeknd before this year, and I was just like, how have I never heard of this person that has the biggest songs in the world? Like, of course I've heard of Ed Sheeran and stuff like that. So it was always weird. Maybe because he's so private. I don't know.
When you don't make a big spectacle out of everything, I feel like it's just you don't have like that insane stand-up, but you're still like really talented, so you get like the casual like everyday person who just isn't living their who isn't chronically online.
Right. They just like love your music on the radio or something. Interesting. I thought it was weird. And I thought Taylor Swift, it was weird that she wasn't on there because she's so massive right now.
Yeah.
And I'm such a Swiftie now. I don't know if I'm on Swift Talk because of you or something, but I just see Taylor Swift everywhere. And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of got into it now. I'm like, okay, we love Taylor Swift now. Travis Kelce, all of that,
Yeah.
Did she cancel her shows indefinitely? They're done?
No, she just postponed one from over the weekend because of
just
the
one?
heat. Yeah, and she moved it to today, Monday.
So she's still going. How long is her tour going for?
Oh my God, it's through next year. She keeps adding dates. It's like never ending.
That's The Weeknd too. He's been on tour for 2 years.
Yeah.
Although he did cancel his Australian tour, and everyone's like suspecting why. They think he's having a baby or something like that.
Oh, because his girlfriend.
Oh, he's a girlfriend?
Yeah, I forgot her name. She's like a model or something.
Of course she is. Oh my God. He's dating like Bella Hadid and Selena Gomez. I'm like, can we not? That makes me like him less. Not to say he should date an ugly person. Like, I love Ariana for dating Ethan Slater. It's like, oh, that could be me. Yeah, as opposed to like, who's the model?
I forgot her name. I think it's
Sophie. No. Is she pretty?
Yeah, she is.
It still breaks my heart. I'm married with another baby on the way, but sometimes I break my heart.
Simi Kadra. This is her. It's a paparazzi photo, so it's kind of hard to see.
She looks very young. How old is she? No, I always get nervous when the guys I like date.
He's 33, she's 30, so
perfect.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I support.
They've been
What?
together since early 2022.
Oh, well, that's not that long. I mean, love. That's
Isn't
a
it-
long. That's a
what
year and a half.
That's
It's
long.
2023. Oh. I think he was with like Bella Hadid for like 5 or 6 years or something like that. I don't know. Okay, we love.
But
I
he's
stand.
so private, and like I haven't really heard. I just heard about him and her like recently.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So,
yikes, don't like it.
wow.
Just kidding. And maybe she watches. Get him on the podcast.
We love you, Simi.
We love Simi. Yeah, he gets all the models. Well, I guess if you have the #1 song on Spotify.
You have a lot of pull.
I want to go to his house where he shot The Idol. Anyways, I know we always talk about The Idol. We don't need to talk about it, but I just am like so fascinated by him in so many ways.
Oh! I need to get your. I'm so excited to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Continuing.
I can't breathe. The baby's kicking. I love. We had dinner with friends, and I was like, oh, I'm so full. Like, oh, is it the baby? I was like, yes, the baby. Okay.
Okay. So in sexiest man discourse, the sexiest bald man alive has been decided by like all these scientific studies.
Oh.
Do you know who it is?
Sexiest bald man.
Do you have any guesses?
Wait, hold on. Oh, gosh. Oh, is it The Rock?
No.
Really? I'm surprised everyone like loves The Rock.
You're gonna be more gagged by who it is.
No,
It is
who?
Prince William.
Is he bald? Is he considered bald? I think he's balding. Is he actually bald?
I'm pretty sure he's like bald.
I get it. Yeah, he's super hot.
Oh, you'd like it?
Oh, I love Prince William. I did a
Oh.
trivia show last week, and literally one of the questions was like, "What is the sport of kings?" And it was like polo, chess, or croquet. Do you know?
Polo?
And why do you think that?
Because I just remember him and Harry would always go to the little polo tournaments.
That's what I said. And then literally the picture was him on a horse, like playing polo. And I was like, I just love Prince William. Anyways, I love everything about him. I think he's so cute. I think he's the better of the brother. Okay, I'm a little bit slanderous of Harry and Meghan. I do not like them or care for them. They're just bothering me on so many levels. But I love Prince William. Yeah, I love him. He's a slay.
When he was younger, I thought he was hot. But now, I'm like, out of all the bald men, Prince William is the sexiest bald man we got.
Please no royalty die in May. I swear to goodness, if the king dies or something and they say it's my baby, I have the fear of the royal family at all
King
times.
Philip.
We are giving birth to the king.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I know.
no.
So that's what I'm saying. King Philip, or who's the other one? King Charles. He's old.
Yeah.
Please stay alive.
Whoever it is.
Oh my god! Please don't have anything like that. Prince William's hot. Will he come on the? I would love to have him. I bet Prince Harry would come on the podcast. They're everywhere. They're just trying the most. They couldn't even finish their podcast on Spotify. I just don't consider him bald. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bald is like, who's bald? Like
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, The Rock. Like,
So Prince William pushed Vin Diesel down to #2. He took the #1 spot.
Vin Diesel number. Oh, come on, come on.
I'll give you the full list.
Okay.
So #1 is Prince William. #2 is Vin Diesel. 3, Jason Statham. #4, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, okay. Yes, definitely him.
#5 is Jeff Bezos.
He's in that magazine. Where is it? I have the picture of Jeff Bezos
Is
in
he in
Vogue.
Vogue?
Yeah.
He probably owns the magazine.
Yeah,
that
right.
Brought
published
himself
this.
on the list.
Jeff Bezos kind of daddy, actually.
Is he in there?
Yeah, there's Jeff Bezos.
Oh wow! They actually said that is probably what pushed him to #5.
Yeah, this was a hot photo. People said it looked like AI or something like that. It looks super hot. Who's the woman that he's engaged to?
I don't know.
Oh, she used to be a reporter.
Oh.
And I think he cheated on his wife with her. That was like the most expensive divorce in the world.
How much?
$60 or $70 billion. Yeah. He was the richest man in the world until that divorce.
Do you think they could buy The Weeknd to perform at their wedding?
100%.
yes.
You think? Yeah.
They probably own the weekend.
Because it's like 3 billion streams.
He
So they-
can.
I wonder how much he would charge for the.
Probably a couple million. But like Dubai got Beyonce to perform.
For how much?
I forgot how much. But
What do you mean Dubai? The country of Dubai?
No, like a hotel in Dubai.
I wonder how much.
I know.
I don't know why I think it was like 5 million.
Yeah,
5 to
that's
6
what I was gonna
million.
think too. Yeah.
What,
Didn't
for one
they say?
night? 5 to
Didn't
6
they say
million?
My
45
Chemical
minutes.
Romance was 5 million for our wedding? Someone told us. That's crazy.
Well, some people never do it, so they put price really up high.
And we just pay $5 million for My Chemical Romance. Oh man, I would have married Jeff Bezos. Dang. When did he become single? That's crazy. 70 million. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. If you're happy, not even for 70 million would I cheat. Would I if he offered me $70 million to have one night stand with him, I would say no. Yeah, I don't know. I think you have to be like
It was
out the door.
Billion.
It was billion
Huh?
though. Yeah.
Billion.
70 billion.
Yeah.
I guess
Are you
maybe for 70
reconsidering?
billion.
You should
I
still
guess for
say
one
no.
night. For one night. I mean, we still get to be
Moses
married.
No.
Really?
Of course not.
For $70 billion?
Yeah, because it's not.
That's wild, babe.
Hey, once you set a price,
Okay, Okay, but it's one night. There's a movie like this. It's called Indecent Proposal. It's with Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson. Robert Redford offers $1 million for one night with her. It's like in the 80s. And she does it. And I don't think they even have sex, but it like ruins their whole marriage and they can't get over it or something.
Then, the joke, like he tells you you're going to get 70 billion, then it happens, and then he gives you $10. And you're like, what's that?
No, we get it before. Robert Redford gave him the million up front. No, they give you 70 billion in our account?
No.
Wow.
No, because what's the point?
I mean, 70 billion is a lot. I get like $1 million. Okay, no.
But then a family is much greater than that.
That's true.
But we wouldn't lose each other. You're supporting in this. You're like, babe,
oh no, I'm not supporting it. That's what I'm saying. No.
For $7 million, I'd be like, go. You can do whatever. Like if someone wants to pay you for one night. What?
I think you think that, but then you will feel differently after.
No, if someone gave you 70 billion for one night with Ariana Grande, I'd be like, okay, do that. Like we'll be fine. We're gonna be more than fine. We're gonna travel the world, and that's crazy. What about you?
70 billion?
Yeah.
I think if I have a number, it's 70 billion.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Moses is full of crap. I think it's never gonna happen, but you're not real.
I am real.
I don't
Because it
believe
doesn't
it.
matter. Because it could be 1 billion, it could be 70, it could be 1 million.
If I was single, I would do it for like a toaster. I would do it for
Oh, me too.
Then it's not a
Yeah, for
question.
sure.
But then
Nothing. But
we'll give you a rug.
I'm yours. Yeah.
Oh, good callback. I was like, hey, right. That's why. Well, good for this woman. She also looks age appropriate, which I like. She also looks like she's about his age. I always think he could go for someone like super young and stuff like that. So we love this. Yeah, he's in this. Nicki Minaj is on the cover of Vogue.
Oh, we finally have it.
Looking like a queen. I was looking for the GQ one with Kim Kardashian, but I don't think that's out yet.
Oh, the Man of the Year.
The Man of the
That's another
Year.
thing everyone was tagging me in because everyone thought she copied you with that cover.
Wait, what was it?
When she had like the suit on and like her hair back.
Wait, what was it copying me?
Because it was very much like sad boy vibes.
Oh, interesting. And she was eating like a bag of Cheetos. I mean, Kim Kardashian does not eat Cheetos, and I would eat Cheetos. Oh, interesting. Thank you. I love that people think that. She
Everyone
is
was like,
copying me.
I saw it a million times. Like, this is so Trish coded. Everyone was tagging me.
I mean,
in that
being
cover.
Man of the Year as a woman is very Trish coded for sure. And I was kind of like, okay, Kim has never been mask presenting. I definitely mask present in my band, and I love that. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I know that is kind of weird, right? Like she's Man of the Year. Like she's not even non-binary. So it's like I consider myself both. I could go by she, her, they, them, he, him. You know, but like he doesn't. No, she doesn't. Here I am calling her she. He. She doesn't even go by he, him. So what's the point?
I know. It was giving stunt for sure.
It's giving stunt, and I don't like it. I'm so over the Kardashians. Keep watching them. I can't wait for the show to be over because I keep watching their show, and every week it's Tristan redemption arc. Every week. Can we stop? Like he's not a good dad. Period. He's not a good dad. Like why are they pushing that? That's so weird. They finally acknowledged his other son in the baby that was born right before Chloe's in this last episode. Chloe's like, my son, our son is here. Your other son is here. I was like, oh my god, they've never acknowledged that baby before, and that poor baby won't have a dad. It's like so sad. Like because if he's a great dad, he should be involved in that child's life too. And if he bought a house in Palm Springs with Chloe, he can afford it. They drive me nuts, and I watch it every week, and they drive me nuts. And then you just hear about Kim Kardashian complaining, oh my god, I'm so busy. I'm like, you don't have to take on American Horror Story. You don't have to take on all these things. Like you literally don't. You literally could just run Skims and be with your kids every day. But the people complain that they're busy all the time. It's like, no, but you choose to be busy. Like I don't know. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts on no end. It's just like so weird. Like Skims is like billions of dollars. She could just do that and that's it. But she's like, I have to do American Horror Story and I have to do that. I was like, no, you don't. I don't know, but we love Queen Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday Volume 2, out now. She's gorge. I would love to have her on the podcast and do a play date with her.
That's the goal for 2024.
Gorge.
Or even just December when the album's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's not out? Yeah, I thought I heard a song.
Oh, no. She pushed it back.
Okay, just kidding. Pink Friday Volume 2 is not out, so thank you for that correction. Who's this person? This person looks familiar.
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Who's that?
She's an actress.
Oh. Really? What's she on? She looks so familiar.
She was on the Queen's Gambit, that chess show on Netflix.
Is she British?
She's the voice of, I think so.
If I just open a page,
she's like Argentinian or something.
Who's that?
She speaks Spanish. That's just a
I
model.
feel like we should just do a page where you're just like, who's this person? Because you literally know everybody. Mariah Carey was in LA last night. I wanted to be there. I didn't know she was performing.
Hollywood Bowl. Yeah.
I'm in Mariah Carey era right now. Someone told me I look like her, and I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, she's obviously a lot thinner than me, but I mean, I love Mariah Carey. I'm a stan. She's so pretty.
Similar energies.
Wow, that's amazing because I have no talent and not half the money as her. So she was at the Hollywood Bowl. We missed it, Oscar.
I know.
Did you know she was going to be there?
No, I didn't know. She had a Vegas residency for Christmas. Does she always do one? I don't know. I saw her once for.
I did see her once.
Yeah.
I saw her with Jeffree Star.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of in the back, but I was there. Anyways, I don't know if we can say that name, please, but I don't know. I'm scared. Don't come for me. I just saw a picture of Shane, and Shane was in a picture with Jeffrey recently, and he looks like he is on the Ozempic or just skinny. Maybe he just lost weight. Allegedly, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, like his face had, but there's that face. There's that, and it's not a bad face. Like, God, fucking, I wish I had an Ozempic face, but it was, it's very like, there's like lines. It's very Ozempic-y.
Yeah, like, did you see Sharon Osbourne's? She's like saying she's under 100 pounds because of Ozempic. Now she's warning everyone.
Well, she's also a lot older too.
I think she was already like tiny before she started Ozempic. So don't just go on to lose like 10 pounds. Like, what? You're crazy.
I know. People do that. They're like the Kardashians do, allegedly, if they're on Ozempic. But it's like all these people do it. The housewives. I'm like, you're already so skinny. Like, don't do it. I can't do Ozempic because I'm pregnant, but I like to dream about it. You know what I mean? Also, Snapchat. Okay, like highlighting people being pregnant. Can you? Okay, I tried to start a new Snapchat today, like Just Trish or something. Like it won't even let me start a new account because it just like knows. They're like, no, you're banned. And I was just like, so Snapchat, please unban me. And also, like, I'm pregnant now. Don't be I see people clickbaiting their pregnancy, like fake pregnancies. They like really favor pregnant people on Snapchat right now. So. And both of our guests that are coming up in the next couple weeks, they're both on Snapchat. They're both getting paid money to be on Snapchat. I'm just like,
and they're ripping clips of the show. I'm putting them on.
No.
Yes. It's like on one of the like news channels. It's like Trisha reacts to Eugenia.
I'm suing. If you don't put me on their Snapchat. Like, what? That's wild.
Yeah, the thumbnail is you. It's like a random screenshot of you and then a Photoshop of Eugenia.
Oh my. Okay, ew, can they do that?
I don't know.
We need to look in on
wondering.
that. Because they banned me. I tried to start one for the podcast today. I think it was like Just Trish Pod or something I was going to start. And they wouldn't let me. Like, I was like creating a whole new account, everything. I tried on a different phone and it was just like, no, like sus, like whatever. I was just like.
If they don't allow you, they shouldn't let other people use your content.
Yeah, no, I will sue for that. That's some BS, okay? That's like, you can't do that, especially if you don't like let me on your platform. Like, that's wild. And they're making money off of it because it's a news thing. Yeah. Everyone's making money off Snapchat, so no. And everyone's clickbaiting their pregnancy. I saw JoJo was clickbaiting that she was pregnant and stuff like that, and it's like I don't think people realize, and I'm sure JoJo doesn't, being like how insensitive it is to like pretend that you're like pregnant or especially clickbait that for views, because it's like just people who struggle with like infertility and stuff like that, or just in general, it's just so. I don't know. It's just like very in bad taste. And so the fact that Snapchat's like promoting these people, like there's another guy, I don't know who it is on Snapchat, that always like post pictures of like pregnant bellies and stuff, because I don't know how Snapchat works anymore. I just know if they like post like a photo, they keep it to the end so people have to like click through or something. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not bitter, but honestly, don't use my shit on Snapchat because that's messed up. First of all, it takes a lot. We produce it. We pay people to produce it. Like it's a whole thing. Like, I don't like that.
Especially, if you can't even get on there yourself.
That's
what the hell?
TikTok, there's clips all the time. Okay, fine, whatever, promotion. I'm on TikTok, I can see it, but Snapchat won't even let me on. Like, that's crazy. And I'll tell you why. It's like one time, like, I posted a link tree that had my, like, my OF link on whatever, and I had no idea, but they banned me, like, from one thing. And I was like, God, I would never, obviously, do that again. But, wild. Anyways. Are we done with the baldies?
Are we done with the baldies?
I mean, I'm trying to think of a bald guy I find attractive.
I was trying to think that too. The only one I can think of is Harry Styles because he's bald now. But
do we know why?
He just buzzed his hair.
Are you sure? Yeah. We may not know the truth. Zac Efron came out later on about the truth about his face. I swear there's a bald person I like. Who's a bald guy I like?
I don't know. Did you like John from Lost?
Oh, yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, that's why I was a bald cap of him. I do love John from Lost. He's so cute. God, I would love anyone from Lost on this show. There's some random people lately I went on the show. Adam Lambert I went on. I seen him. Okay. Do you know him?
Yeah, Adam Lambert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
Oh,
Like, to get him on the show?
No.
Okay. Well, you said yeah so casually. Like, yeah, of course I know him. I love him. Oh, my God. I love Adam Lambert. I would love to get Jonathan Taylor Thomas on. I would love to get JC Stadze on. The usual suspects. Bibi Rexha, Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj. Those are my manifestations. Brittany, I'd still love on. She's out in public now. But Adam Lambert's great. I'm obsessed with him right now because he's like queen and everything.
Yeah, I know him.
I'm surprised you don't.
Know him personally?
Yeah, you're gay. Don't all gay people know each other? Remember there was a thing? I used to be like that when I was 20s. I would literally like meet a gay person. I'm like, you should meet my friend who's also gay. Like I would just like, just because it was wild. I think people are like that. It's a very old person thing to be.
I think because it was like, gay people were, I think, more rare back in the day. And now,
right.
Yeah.
So it's like, you should meet my friend. He's also gay. I'm like, no, thank you. The gays came for you on YouTube. Did you see that?
No, for what now?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't even tell you. I don't want to trigger you.
Oh, God.
But I'm glad you didn't see it. The drama channels, the gay drama channels.
Them I have no qualms with.
Okay. They were coming for you. I was like, oh no, and you were the thumbnail, and I was like, oh my God.
I don't really have any qualms with that. Like, at the end of the day, I have an Emmy, so all is good over here.
Yeah, they have an Emmy, and I have a turkey, so.
So all is well. And I know it's hard work to like have a channel like that and to produce that kind of content, but for every influencer, like if you can't take criticism and see what stuff that you can do better or that you can improve on, then that's like a you kind of problem.
No, it's definitely like, it's also like they can be very personal. And I love like, okay, I love Nick and Dustin. Like I've known them. Like I really do like them. I think they're good, but they flip flop on me all the time. More so Dustin flip flops on me all the time. He like hates me and then likes me. And I always feel like with you, it's like, it's almost like an extension to like talk about me, but like I'm not being problematic anymore. So they're like, let's go for Oscar. And I always find it, and I'm not saying like all gays need to love each other, but I always find it interesting. It's like women on women hate. It's also like the gay on gay hate. Like they, you know, I know when I talk about this all the time because I think it's like the most bizarre thing when they had the real gay Friends of West Hollywood. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
And it was Todrick, so everyone just like hated on it. They were just like, oh, it was after RuPaul on like, I don't know, Paramount or something. And people were just so pissed about it. And it was so wild, and it was gay people. The gay people were so pissed about it. But I'm like, oh God, you should be like so excited, like it's like this mainstream show, but because it's like Todrick or I don't know, sometimes it's kind of like gay on gay hate is real, you know?
Yeah, and I'm definitely guilty of it too. Because with that show, I think that show there was a lot of like things about
it. Was
it
awful.
because
It was terrible. It got canceled so quick. It was not good. But I guess it's fair then.
yeah, I'm definitely guilty of it too.
Okay.
I wasn't even talking about Dustin, so that's funny. It's like, well, that's the other thing too. Like if you thought,
who are you talking about? Which show? Which channel?
What's his name?
Oh,
that's the one I was talking about.
Oh, yikes!
Which I'm edited out.
But
yeah, if you thought me calling out misogyny was about you, then you kind of outed yourself.
Isn't that crazy? It is crazy, that guilt that you're like, oh, they're talking about me and stuff like that. Like I would never assume that. Like when you said Charlie did, and then like I watched it, and I was like, I low-key think maybe she was talking about me. You're like, they have babies now, so hopefully they change. I was like, oh, like, you know. Yeah, no, it's you know, it's fine. We love a little promo and a little back and forth.
Shake the table a little bit.
It is crazy how like the things they pick, because I think there's some hot takes we have, and then I'm like, oh, that's like kind of like not that hot of a take, but okay, I don't know.
Misogyny is bad. I knew that was a hot take.
I supported you on it. I was like, okay, I get it. I don't know. But anyways, I thought it was interesting that you were in it. I'm glad you didn't see any of it. It wasn't even bad. I just was like, oh man, like I know when I see myself in thumbnails, I'm like, oh. So I like, and because you Jack, your first time being in drama channels, I'm like, oh no.
No, I kind of figured you can't really say anything about anyone with a channel and expect like not them to not react. That's
of course.
Yeah.
They like wait for it. I used to be like that too. I'm like, they mention me, it's go time, you know, and it can be. I get it. It's
so,
views and
I get it too. A lot of them I do watch. Like I still watch Adam. Like I think Adam's really great, and I watch like Spill Sesh.
He came for you.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that one.
He had a thumbnail for you about it.
Well,
I didn't watch it. I just saw the thumbnail. I was like, oh no.
Well, I still really like it. Like that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like
you can be objective. Like you can be, I can like that too. I feel like even if people don't like me, sometimes I'm like, oh, I still really like them, and it's fine if they don't like me.
Yeah, it's all good. Things are moving along over here, especially.
I love it. That's a really good attitude to have. I try to be that way too. I'm like, you know, especially doing it for so long, I'm like, not everyone's gonna like me, and it's like trying to get people to like you. And of course, I'm gonna say like bad takes. I'm gonna say some dumb stuff sometimes, and
I think it was
not that yours was a bad take at all. I really don't think that, but but it is funny. And also how people can twist things in general. Like, you know, it's like, well, they're not friends. There's always an argument for something. Their argument was like, well, they're not as close to Colleen. But like, who judges who's close? I don't know.
Because everyone knows everything about people's friendships.
Right.
Yeah,
but there are guys who are very close with Colleen. I didn't say anything either. You know, it's not just Rhett and Link. You were saying those people, but there's like people who are like that are really close friends with her that people didn't hold accountable the way they did with Rosanna. Yeah. Which is, you know, there definitely, as we saw with Rosanna, there was a lot of misogyny just in general when it came to her talking about Mr. Beast versus like Quackity talking about Mr. Beast. And I don't think we have Mr. Beast news this week. Oh, yeah, he buried him live or something. I was like, can we? I was like, this guy. I was like, okay. This guy is just, what is happening? Oh my God. I don't know if I can talk about, I guess I can, the trivia show. I don't have to give it all away. Can I talk about the questions? I guess it's fine. Okay, so I was doing this trivia show last week, and it wasn't for air. It was like, it was like this, it wasn't for air. It's not coming out or anything like that. But there's like different people there from different walks of life, and I was like the influencer. And so there's like different categories, and one of the categories was influencer. So they were trying to keep me to help them with influencer. Can I talk about that? I feel like I'm giving way too much away. Anyway, so they're like, oh, she's an influencer. You can help me with the influencer question. I'm like, oh my God, yes, I got this for sure. Because, you know, categories I didn't know. So I was like, yes, I'm going to ask if you know. So Mr. Beast was the thing. It was just like, Mr. Beast is the number one subscriber with 211, or number one most subscribed YouTube channel with 211 million subscribers. Who's the second? There's multiple choice. Do you need the multiple choice, or do you know? I need the multiple choice. You wouldn't even have his guess. No. A, Dude Perfect, B, Coco Melon, or C, PewDiePie.
Oh, that's hard. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's PewDiePie.
Okay.
Is it Coco Melon?
Wow. Yeah, and I didn't get that. I said PewDiePie. Mine was not even a flinch. I was like, PewDiePie's always been number one. Like, obviously, Mr. Beast packed. Like, to me, it wasn't even a question. I was like, definitely not do perfect. Like, what? How's that even? That's like saying Trisha Paytas up there. I was like, no one's gonna think that. But we watched Coco Melon and also like that. I was just like, Coco Melon is more than PewDiePie?
Because I just knew that there's a lot of kids channels in like the top. So by process of elimination.
Oh man, okay, well, I made myself look real dumb. Everyone's like, here's the influencer coming to save us. And I was like, got it, you guys, wrote it so fast. I was so confident. I was like,
I was watching it the days where Coco Melon was passing PewDiePie, so PewDiePie would talk about it a lot. And he had a beef.
Yeah, did you know that? There was a whole...
He had a whole beef with Coco Melon and make these songs and all kind of stuff like that.
God.
So I used to watch it that time. So that's why I knew.
I didn't remember that at all. Like, I was like, how did you know that? Like, never knew.
But just always assume any kid's content is going to be number one.
Yeah, me too.
That's wild. I was like, dang, okay, Coco Melon. But I never felt dumber. I was like, man, this was like my category to shine. And I knew all the other questions. And then that one, I just flopped hard.
But there was one that you did.
The Weeknd was on there. The
Even
Spotify.
better.
It was a Spotify who had the most streaming. And it was just random that
But
I
you
saw it.
corrected them. They didn't even
I did
have...
correct them. They had Ed Sheeran. It was like Ed Sheeran, Pink, Travis Scott. And I'm just going to go with like Ed Sheeran, but like it is The Weeknd because I literally saw on X literally the day before for some weird reason, the like top three. It's The Weeknd, Ed Sheeran. I don't know who the third was, but I remember seeing that and I was like, so I corrected them, and now they had to switch it, but I did. I was like, I felt so smart in that moment, and that's when everyone was like, this is the girl to beat. And so when I got my own category wrong, I was like, oh my God, I was like doing so well. But The Weeknd was the answer, and I was very excited. It wasn't even up there. I had to correct them. I would love Azalea Banks on the podcast if you want to come on. I would love to be on Snapchat. Oh, speaking of dream guest, we need to get Gypsy Rose on. Do you know how to contact her?
No, don't.
Oh, come on.
I don't have Gypsy Rose.
Yeah, she's trying to do a first interview out of prison.
Well, yeah, of course, but
I think she could do it here. I would be so good to interview her.
You
I know
really
everything.
would.
I know everything about Gypsy Rose's case. Everything. I kind of support her. Is that? Can I say that?
I don't know.
Okay, because look, here's the thing. Like her story is wild. You know all of it, the details.
Not all. I know it fairly well, but not in and out.
It's wild. When I was reading more stuff, it's like I read the P. Diddy case. I read like all freaking 37 pages of that. Like when I read all this stuff, I'm like, it is so wild. Like you have a child and you're like making them like sick on purpose. You're like like promoting it as like my child's sick. Like, getting ahead by making your child sick is like crazy. To think she couldn't like walk. Like, could you imagine making your child think they can't walk? Like they're just so stunted mentally, like she's like a grown adult thinking she's like this child who like she can't walk, she's sick, it's all stuff. It's like that's such a, I don't know, that's like a form of child abuse. I have to think, like, you know what I mean? And like a really crazy sick form of it because the mom's benefiting off of that on top of it. It's not even like, I guess it's a sickness, you know, there's sickness for people who like beat their children, of course, but then this is like a whole other level where she's like going public with it and doing like, I don't know, what do you do when you're a child that's being abused? What do you do? And when the system fails you and stuff like that, when you try to like ask for help and seek ways out of it and they don't, like how do you get out of that as a child?
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Like I just think the children, if children usually can't fight back, and she was obviously an adult when she was older, but it's like when this happened, but it can only take so much. I don't know. It makes me so upset. And I'm just like, I'm all about the Gypsy Rose interview. I think Dr. Phil did it very poorly. And I think that I could do it a lot better. Because he did one when she was like in prison and stuff like that. But I feel like she's also like this hopeless romantic. She's like getting married in prison and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just think she has like her head on.
I know. And she's a Swiftie. I know that.
Oh, yeah. No, she wanted to meet Taylor Swift.
That's her dream.
Maybe get Taylor Swift. Oh, that's true. I guess that she's trying to meet Taylor Swift out of prison before me. I don't know. I think Taylor's busy for her. I think I might have a better shot.
We're a good start, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild. I love that she's a Swiftie. How old is she now? I wonder. She must be
idea.
like 30 or something. I watched the movie. I know so much about that like case and stuff. I'm not like a true crime person, but in this way, I'm kind of like, yeah, at some point you're almost like held captive, and it's like, what can you do? I don't know. And like people fail you, and you know our police, whatever it is, like just in general, police don't protect you. Like I'm not anti-police, but they just don't do a lot.
Oh, especially with like kids, it's all very. I mean, we hear about it literally all the time. Yeah,
they just don't do anything unless you like attempt to like unalive your child, and they're like, maybe they'll step in, or maybe they won't. They'll be like, it's fine, whatever. They look the other way. I don't know. I think there's just so much more. Also, Trisha, maybe she'll write a book. I always just think there's like so much more to the story that we see. You know what I mean? It's very like, there obviously was probably a lot more.
Yeah.
And also there's probably a lot of trauma that she blocks out, you know, stuff that happened that she can't even like recollect or recall. But everyone was tweeting that I should have her on, and I was like, okay.
I would love that.
get her on. Like, I would love, we're not really good yet at getting these exclusive guests, but, you know, we had an exclusive Shoddy Bay interview, so I feel like maybe we'll get another exclusive. We got our Friends with Benefits exclusive in the BBL, so we're trying here. We're trying for these exclusives. If you guys know, let us know.
We'll give you $500 referral fee if you get us Gypsy Rose.
Yes, we will give you a $500 referral fee.
Did you see the Pokimane drama?
Oh.
The cookies.
The cookies.
What'd you say? Oh, cookies.
Cookies.
It said Pookie. I was like, who's Pookie?
Cookies. What?
I know, I wasn't going to comment on this because this is another, like, I don't like to tear women down. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm like, I don't.
No, I'm not going to tear her down. But in general, I think, like, okay.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, okay, there's definitely misogyny in this case for
Yes,
sure. For sure. I mean, yeah. The only thing is, okay, I like to be like fair on all accounts, but like in general, if like a woman, you know, if a girl has like a bad take, I try to look the other way. I'm just like, you know what I mean? And not about the cookie prices. I think the cookie prices are totally fine, but you know, the one where she's calling everyone broke. She's like, if you can't afford them, you're broke. I mean, kind of a serve, but also like me with like my $200 tumbler is like, can't afford this, you're broke.
So I guess for context, so
Okay.
Pokimane, she released her own brand of cookies. There's already drama with the cookies, which I didn't know about before the broke and cost situation.
Right. This that they're private label, so everyone's like, these aren't her cookies. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's like the coffee. Like, none of these are anything. They just put their name on it, which is like business, whatever.
But Pokimane and her company have said that it's like a formula that they've developed themselves for the cookies, and they're not just like a rebranded product. So there's already that drama ahead of it. And then the price for a 4-pack is $28 or $7 per pack is what it comes out to. And so she was getting a lot of heat about that pricing. And then on a stream on Twitch, she said
Oh my God, wild.
when people are like, oh my God, $28 for cookies, it's 4 bags. That's $7 per bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but if you're a broke boy, just say so. Which I thought was, I don't know. I guess I'm so biased.
Yeah.
I laughed. I thought it was
Yeah.
funny.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're supposed to use the I word anymore. I think that's like offensive.
Offensive? Okay, that makes
in
sense.
general. So I was like, oh, when people say that, I cringe a little bit. But okay, first of all, yeah, the prices are like people. When they're like complaining about prices, yeah, like don't buy them then. Like it's also like not that crazy. Like I don't know what kind of cookies they are. I don't know how big they are. I don't know what they look like. I mean, yeah, you could go get Oreos for like $5. Actually, I don't know. Inflation these days, like it's like $10 for Oreos probably. Yeah. So I don't know. Plus, it's like her brand. It's very niche. Like if you don't like a price, I don't know why people complain about it. It's just like don't buy it.
The healthy snacks, and those healthy snacks run pretty steep.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I don't mind the prices. I don't mind all that. I think that's like, and I do feel like she gets a lot of hate. I don't know a lot about Pokimane. Actually, I'm like a fan. I don't know a lot about her. I'm a fan because I think she's actually like me. So I'm like, okay, I'm a fan. I just don't watch like gaming. I think she was an ASMR person before gaming. So like, I don't know. I think she's very like cute. I know she's really popular. And I do know people like just to bring down girls that are like killing it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's when I saw the stream, I was like, okay. But like you said, it's kind of a serve, I guess. You know, like if you really... I do admire people who just kind of don't care and say that kind of stuff, you know, like y'all are broke.
But to me, it was kind of like obvious that she was like being jokey.
Oh,
like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay.
And she released a Twitter statement after like confirming that she was like joking and that it didn't come across.
I get that.
That way.
It maybe comes across offensive when you're like, I know math is hard, you know, when people are like that.
But it's also like, imagine her, like, you have so many. First of all, so popular. You have like thousands of people in your chat.
Yeah.
Like, there's thousands of people saying a lot of things about you. Like, I can imagine.
I just know I've learned like being defensive is like the worst thing you can do in these situations. Like lean into the joke or ignore it or something. Cause it's like I've sold overpriced things and stuff like that. It's just like, I don't know, people will pay. People will pay, honestly. People will pay for, you know.
Crumble cookies, like $5 a piece.
Those are some big cookies. Those are huge pies.
Here it's like it's personalized and shipped to you. So it's $7 a piece. But
I don't knock that. Like people would probably pay $50 for her cookies. You know what I mean? There's people who pay a lot of money for shit.
She said, while what I said was 100% intended to be a joke, I see why it came off as insensitive, and I apologize for that.
Okay, we love
I
that.
also understand the current price of the cookies may be expensive for some, and will promise we'll continue to consider pricing to keep Mina, which is her brand, as affordable as possible. That's a good response.
Yeah, I love an apology. Like I love an apology. When people can do it. Like even this may be hot take controversial, even if it's not like sincere, right? I love that someone can like apologize because like acknowledging the fact that they like hurt people or like, you know, people took it some type of way. Because maybe there was a fan that like really wanted the cookies and they're like too expensive and she just called them broke and you're just like, oh, you know what I mean? Even if that wasn't your intention, like I like when people can like apologize or acknowledge that they came across in like a bad way or something, you know what I mean? Or apologize to people they've hurt because I feel like that happens a lot. Yeah, and I think she does, again, from what I've seen, because it's like I'm such a far person with her, I just don't know that much about her. I do see she gets gets like a ton of hate a lot in general.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's just because she's a girl and a streamer, or she could be annoying. I actually don't know because I don't watch, but you know, I think girls on the internet just get hate way more in general.
Yeah,
So
especially gaming, like that is a whole
true.
like Twitch.
I don't get at all. I don't.
Yeah, I feel for any like female streamer on Twitch because it is just so like dominated by like boys. It seems like a boys club, you know, and like
Definitely. Well, I think Hassan came to her defense. I saw that, but then I think who's that guy? I always see him.
oh, I know exact Moist Critical.
Okay.
Penguins.
I don't get it. Is
Charlie.
his name? Wait, how many names is there? That's what I don't get. I'm so confused. Someone's like, oh, it's Penguins. Oh, it's Moist Critical. Oh, it's Charlie. And I was like, how many names and why? How many? Like, what's he on YouTube? Is his name? What's his YouTube name?
Penguins Zero, I think.
Penguin
With
Zero.
Penguins with a Z.
But why does he get the name Most Critical?
Moist Critical.
Moist
I
Critical.
think because I don't follow him like hardcore, so I definitely could be wrong. But I think it's because he has like he rates everything on like a moist meter. Like
I don't hate the word moist, but like, why are you rating things as a moist meter? That's so weird.
I don't know what the background of why
he's moist critical.
But I've watched him like I see him a little like here and there. He also astounds me because imagine if like your drive-through videos, no editing, got like 5 million views in an hour.
Yeah, he's like in this dark room with like a yellow lighting, and I'm like, what? Like people will live for him.
5 million views. And not even a day his Pokemon video had like 5 million views. I was like, this is wild.
About the cookies?
About the cookies, yeah.
Because I think I saw the boys were fighting on TikTok. I think Hassan was reacting to Charlie's video about it, and he was like mad because he got like, I guess, moist critical. I don't know. And then Hassan's like, you're not just the average viewer, you're a creator. You know what goes on behind. I didn't really get his point. I'm kind of dumb. I don't really know, but like I didn't really get his point either. He was just mad at Charlie, and I was just like, wait, I thought they would be on the same side. I don't know. Like, but Charlie was calling him out, but I don't know why. Do you know any of that context?
No.
I saw the video and I was so confused why Hassan was mad, and I don't know. In general, I just like, I think Twitch people who are on Twitch all day, like, you know, making bank, love that for you, but also like maybe you're just doing like too much, like get offline for like a little bit, you know, because they get so mad about little things. They fight about everything, and I'm just like, I don't even know if this is that big of a deal. Moist Critical talking about the cookies, talking about Hassan reacting to the cookies, and then Hassan's reacting to that. I was like, there's too many reacting videos happening. There's so much. Like, just breathe. Just get off Twitch for a minute. I don't know. Just in general, I know nothing about Twitch community is probably gonna come for you. Most probably like, don't put that in, because he always tells me like these fan bases will come for you. I'm like,
No,
I don't know.
With any platform, just like kind of speaker piece, and then you kind of just have to like
Let it go. Just drop it. Drop the mic. Be like, I'm putting it out. That's like with these. I kind of do. I do the live chats, and I kind of just like don't look ever again. I'm like,
yeah,
dude, I said what I said. You know, like that's it. Apologize later for whatever. I was just like, in general, I think we have good takes. I don't know. You know,
I think so too. I mean,
I don't see drama channels coming for us too much.
with us, I feel like we're always like willing to learn too. I feel like we're not. That's the thing. Like I always say, like if you're kind of like stuck in your ways, and then if people are in a respectful way, like calling out, be like, oh, like this is a bad take, then I'm like,
Definitely.
I'm always willing to shift. You know, so
Definitely. Oh, like when I said like stay-at-home moms are like harder than working moms, and then like so many people are like, I work at a hospital all day, and then I have to come home, and I'm still single. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you know, I get it. Like I can shifting the viewpoints are important.
the more people like watch, the more perspectives you get, and everyone's perspective is like valid. So it's like
I love it. I
as
do
long
love
as you're
that.
willing
Yeah.
to like learn and stuff, but a lot of people aren't. It's just kind of like hit a wall. Or,
Yeah, it's wild to me. I know. I was like, but that Moist Critical man, he gets so many
views. I don't understand it, but I respect
either.
it. The reason I discovered it, like I remember like looking up like a car chase video, and he reacts to car chases.
What?
And I was like,
is that his thing? What is it? Is the thing's Twitch?
I see him on YouTube.
But like, does he post his Twitch videos on YouTube?
We probably sound like so out of
I know. I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea
To
either.
me, I feel like he's doing a 9-hour stream and then putting like an hour on YouTube or something. I don't
maybe.
know.
I've seen him do like little reviews. I think you're right. The car chase one I think was on Twitch, and he clipped it for YouTube. But I've seen him do like YouTube reviews specifically for like different movies or stuff like that.
Oh.
I'm sure everyone in the comments like these old geezers.
I don't know. I literally don't know. I just know Adam and Eve like sponsored him once because they were like telling me, oh, like because he just talks about it. He doesn't do the reviews like I do. And so that's why they're like, oh, like look how he does. Like they were talking about like maybe just doing it was for ASMR, like something where you just give a shout out and not show the toy or something. And like, oh, look at penguins. And I'm like, who is this person? But he was getting so much. I was like, dang, I wonder how much he gets paid. He probably gets paid a lot. But yeah, that's wild. I mean, I don't know. This kind of thing to me is like, I'm so far removed from it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know much about Pokemon, but I always see like so much misogyny and stuff around her. Like,
yeah.
I remember there was a thing where people were upset that she said that that she pays someone to like remove negative comments or like negative stuff in her Twitch or whatever. Like, oh, you make so much money that you can pay someone to do that. But then it's like all these guys,
So many moderators.
see XQC, like, which respect, like, no hate, but it's like, I'm gambling $3 million. I just lost $10 million gambling, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, XQC.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I know. No, it is such a double standard, and that's so annoying. And it's also like, people are so concerned. Oh, she's making money. As a woman making money. Oh my God, we gotta like tear it down. $20 is like, at the end of the day, is like not that much of cookies. And also like, if her cookies for $100, like that's her margin. She can get that. Like, it is bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are really, I don't know. I'm a Pokemon fan. Mostly because she's a girl.
We gotta eat your cookies. We'll eat your cookies, Pokey.
Yeah. Pokemon, what a name. Yeah, we should get them. Put that on the list, Moses. Actually, I have the list. He just has my phone, so I usually put things on the list. We should get those cookies for sure. I wonder like what Mr. Beast sells his Feastable chocolate for, because I'm sure that's absurdly priced for a chocolate bar.
That's true, yeah. Anyway, we can circle back to Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, because I would love to know. I bet he sells his I bet there's $17 for one chocolate bar.
He sells it at
at Walmart?
$169.
Oh, damn. Wow, what a price
Yeah,
game.
because they're like in the department stores on the shelf, you know. They're not like,
$1.69? That's the cheapest chocolate I've ever seen.
His cookies are $4.50, so they're not like that much more than. I mean, that much cheaper than
For one
Pokemon.
cookie?
For one pack of cookies.
I would sell my cookies for $100. Guys, just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you can, you can. I don't know. I'm sure I've sold something for really expensive before. I think my Sad Boy hoodies were like $100. Although we did get scammed and we had to pay like $90 per hoodie. But anyways, it's hard. It's hard to be a businesswoman out here.
That's true.
A Pokemon, I'll totally buy your cookies. I wonder if they're good. What if they're bad, though? And we have to, like, lie. We're not getting sponsored. We can lie about it. Oh, my gosh. Chris Appleton, Lucas Gage. Unhappily ever after, they are divorced after 6 months. Fun fact, me and Lucas Gage used to text, okay? At the beginning of this year, we texted. He's like, I love you. And I was like, oh my God, I love you. And like, I was so excited. And we were like texting. He's like, we need to hang out when I'm back in LA. I'm like, yes. And then literally like a week later, he was like married to Chris Appleton with Kim Kardashian. I was like, oh, okay. Never heard from him again. So maybe I have a chance. Maybe now I could be cool enough, which I would love to hear the tea because I don't know. This might get me canceled. Chris Appleton's always giving me kind of bad vibes. And I'm a glam girl, but like, okay. You know what? He didn't just give me bad vibes. People around to say he's not that great to his like assistants and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why. I think I've just always heard from people he's just like not that nice to his helpers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've always kind of got that vibe anyways from him. I'm just kind of like, ugh. And when I heard them announce their engagement, I was kind of like, of course, Chris Appleton's gorgeous, okay, obviously, and he's super talented, but I don't know. Just gave me bad vibes. Did you watch the episode of the Kardashians? Yeah. And the first thing Kim says is like, get a prenup. And I was like, who is she trying to protect? Was she trying to protect Chris or Lucas? I guess Chris probably has more money than Lucas because Lucas is like young. Do you remember that viral clip of
in
Lucas?
His apartment?
Yeah, and the director's just like, oh my God, these shitty apartments and this and that. And he's like, I can still hear you.
He took it so, that's why I really like him because he handled that so well.
Totally. He's like, it's fine. That's why I need this role. Like, I love Lucas. I love him. I love him in White Lotus. I love him in You. I hated that season of You he was on, but I loved him.
Yeah.
And oh my God, Euphoria. I was like, why? We watched only 2 episodes, and he's like in the first 2 episodes, and it was so traumatizing. But he's such a good actor. I just think he's so cute. We've seen him in a lot of other things too. He's like randomly pops up and stuff.
Yeah.
He's definitely, in my opinion, like the hottest guy out there right now. Like if I could pick anybody to like, I don't know, as the it boy, he's my it boy.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Gorge. And he, like you said, he has a good personality. It seems he's funny. Like in White Lotus, his role was so good. Like I don't know. He's so gorgeous. I love Lucas Gage. I want him here.
I didn't know that Chris Appleton had 2 kids too. And
yeah,
he has 2 kids. So Lucas was a stepfather, and he was Lucas was the kids were 18 and 20. So and Lucas is 27 or 28.
How old is Chris Appleton?
He's 40. Chris Appleton's 40.
Wait, and his kids are 20?
20 and 18. So he was married to a woman before.
Oh.
Yeah, and he had 2 kids. Literally, I had no idea. So when I was researching this stuff and saw that, and Chris had said, "Oh yeah, Lucas is a great stepfather to my kids."
It's kind of weird to say that when they're like adults.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Because Lucas is only 28, and like so there's only an 8-year age difference between the oldest
That's a weird
kid
thing.
and...
He gives me weird vibes. That's a weird thing to say in general.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Like, how are you stepfathering them? That's so weird.
I don't like the whole rhetoric though, but like, because there's always jokes about like gays who like their relationships move really fast. So that was when I first saw that they were married. I was like, I was afraid of things going south and ever making fun of how long it would last. So I felt bad about that.
It's kind of be as gay or straight. I think when that stuff happens so quickly, it's like it's not gonna work. And you're going to Vegas with Kim Kardashian for the show. Like it is wild. Chris Appleton did it so fast. I guess you're in love and it's a whirlwind, and I don't know.
And it is, to add to like the sus Chris Appleton vibe. His other ex-boyfriends, he has a type where they are blonde, like kind of look like him, and a lot younger. So
he's 40. They're 28. He's 28.
Yeah.
Not like terrible.
It's not terrible, but it is weird that they all like look like very similar to him, and like
that. And also, I think when you have kids that are like closer to their age, it's always kind of weird. Like you have 20-year-old kids, only because I would think in the perspective of like your kids. You know, they're like our age. This person's closer to our age in general. Like I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
When people have kids and they date someone closer to the kid's age. I don't know. Chris Appleton always kind of gave me weird vibes, just in general. And I did that as like weird, not gay, just so people don't come for me. That's just weird. I don't know.
The problem is when you are that hot, and you're probably that hot like your whole life, like you don't get like the character building stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust anyone who is that hot your whole life, because that's like
true.
There's a difference between being like attractive and just being like hot, like universally hot.
Yeah.
And you grow up universally hot. You don't have like any like humbling kind of experience.
I feel like that with like the girl, right? Like I feel like that with the Alex Earl. Like you're just so hot, and it's like it's kind of hard to like be relatable or like know what the real world's like for people. I don't know.
And I know, again, everyone's like, well, I had my awkward years. It's very different to be like awkward as like a 12-year-old versus being awkward looking as like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, no, for sure. Did you see, bring her up again, Bobby Altoff? Did you see her interviewing Jessica Alba?
No.
And she was saying, Jessica Alba's like, I had my awkward years. And she's like, no, not compared to my awkward. Okay, she's being like a normal interviewer now. Like she's like ditched the character, and because she's talking to Jessica Alba kind of normal. She goes, "No, like I had awkward years. Like my awkward years are like way worse than yours." It was like such a weird. It's just a clip because the interview's not out yet. It was just a clip, but I'm like, this is her journey is so bizarre to me because it's like this now she's like this normal interviewer and she looks normal, and so I don't know. Anyways, very weird. Side note from that. But yeah, I always feel like too when that happens, like they get divorced so quickly, and it was like the day after the Kardashian episode aired, so everyone's like, that's like a little sus. Then it came out like Lucas cheated, allegedly.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, that was like on Us Weekly or something. And I'm like, how do people know this? Like, how do they know that information? I would say no. I would think he didn't cheat, but I don't know. Also, it's just like this is like probably not real. This is literally just my theory. But it's like, I think maybe he found him attractive because he's like this big star. Because Lucas was like everywhere, everything. And the actor strike happens and he's not working anymore. And then when you see someone not working, and then you might be like, you're a bum. Because Chris Appleton's just with Kim like every freaking place and where. So I sometimes think like when you see someone not working, you're just kind of like not attracted to them anymore. I don't know. You know what that makes, I don't know. Just because it's like a whirlwind, and he's obviously couldn't fall in love with him because they don't know each other yet. You know what I mean? So it was like this whirlwind romance, and he's like a big actor, and then like he's not working, and then you're just like, that happened to me. I don't want to tell this. Well, I can tell this story. It was like this guy in this like band, a really popular like singing group, and I was so excited. I found him like on Tinder, and I was like, oh my god! And they're like at the Hollywood Bowl and stuff. And then like literally a month later, he's like announced that he's like leaving the group, and I was like, oh, this is no, I don't want to. You know what I mean? And like right away, obviously we weren't in love. We weren't even like whatever. I was just like infatuated with him. But then as soon as he announced that he was leaving the group, I was like, oh my god, why would you do that? And then all of a sudden, I was just like not really that attracted to him anymore.
I imagine maybe because like if Ethan Slater was on Broadway, like
definitely,
you know, like
for
if he
sure.
was hired and he was just like a normal guy and no like not on stage.
For
I feel
sure.
like that would lose some of this.
No, yeah, if he was never casted as like, because basically he's casted as like the person that's like obsessed with Glinda. So he's like this little like literally a munchkin in this show. He's casted as a munchkin. That's what they're called. They're from Wizard of Oz.
The fact that I didn't know. I thought he was like a prince or something.
Literally no. The gay guy that she was with Wimbledon is the prince. He's like Fiyero.
Jonathan
He's
Bailey,
the hot one.
yeah.
Bach is literally like a munchkin from Munchkin Land that's obsessed with Glinda, and she wants nothing to do with him. She's just like, no, thank you. She like keeps brushing him off the whole time. All this stuff like that. I think if it wasn't him in this role, like she wouldn't look at him the same, you know, because Bach is a slay. Bach is one of my favorite characters in Wicked. He's definitely a slay. Spoiler alert? I don't know. Can I say spoiler alert? Because Wicked's been out for 20 years.
It's a spoiler, yeah.
He's the Tin Man. He becomes the Tin Man because he ends up dating the Wicked Witches of the West sister, Nessa, because Glinda's like, you should ask Nessa out because Nessa's in a wheelchair. And she goes, that would be so nice if you asked her on a wheelchair, like, because she wanted to go to the dance with the other guy. And so Bach's like, okay, I'll ask her out for you, Glinda, or whatever. But then they end up like becoming married because he just like gets, you know, he's so sweet or whatever. And then the the witch in the wheelchair finds out he was actually in love with Glinda the whole time. So then she wants to turn him into tin, so he has no heart. So she turns him into the Tin Man.
Oh.
Actually, she shrinks his heart. He's about to die. Then the Wicked Witch comes in. Not the Wicked Witch. The Alphabet. She comes in. Who's the Wicked Witch? She comes in and she's like, "Oh my God, let me save him. He's about to die." Because Nessa's like, "What am I doing?" Because his heart shrinking. She wanted his heart to shrink. So basically, she's like, "Oh, I need to turn him into tin because that's the only way he's going to survive because he can't survive as a human without a heart." So she turns him into the Tin Man. That's why the Tin Man has no heart in the Wizard of Oz, and Bach becomes the Tin Man. And so it's the Munchkin turned Tin Man, and
So he went from little to tall?
no, he's still little, but he's a tin. He's a little Tin Man.
So he's not the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, that's what so it's like the origin story of the Wizard of Oz.
How did he get tall?
Well, that's a different actor. I know what you're saying. Well, the Tin Man just has tin, so
From like
he's,
Munchkin to like...
he has tin on him, so I guess the tin is just higher in
okay.
general. Yeah, and then Fiero, he's so dumb, but he's good looking in the show, and so he becomes a scarecrow because he has no brains, but in order to save...
This all happens in Wicked?
It's the origin story.
No wonder it's two parts. My God, there's lots of...
I know, I wish it wasn't, because did you see the guy from Hunger Games, or the director of Hunger Games was like, I kind of regret putting Hunger Games into two parts, the final one.
Yeah,
He's like, it should have just been one because it's like a cohesive movie. And I was like, yeah, I love that. Because Rachel Zegler was on Watch What Happens Live, and the Hunger Games director or something, I don't know, was there. And she's kind of being annoying again in these press interviews. She's like, I don't know, maybe it was a joke. Maybe they asked her to say this. I just saw a clip of it, so that's for my context. But literally, she says, "Hi, I'm Rachel Zegler from the Hunger Games. Please don't ask us if Katniss is in this movie." I was like, okay, girl, chill. Like, I get it. Like, whatever. But why is she so aggressive about things? Maybe it was a joke. Maybe that's what I don't know. She's being wild in these interviews.
I think this is her personality. Like, she's just a theater kid, so I think...
Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater are theater kids, and they're beautiful, and they're so charming. She's like, she's beautiful, not charming.
I don't know. Hunger Games made me Rachel's like...
Oh, did you see it?
Yes, I did see it.
Okay, see, you didn't even start with that. I feel like
it.
you would have shot like that.
Yeah.
You loved it.
I did love it. My boyfriend, though, he is a Rachel Zegler I guess hater, because he was like, I loved the whole movie except for Rachel Zegler, and I was like, and I literally was just like, I shut down. I was like, I cannot take any more Rachel Zegler discourse. I just walked to the car because I was loving the Hunger Games. Like, we're back in Panem, like where like everything is so good. And he's like, I loved everything except for Rachel Zegler, and I'm like, I can't.
Oh my God, literally the star of the movie.
She's not even like this. It's not even her movie, really. It's like the guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Which kind of
guy?
like a plot twist. Tom Blythe is his name. It's like the blonde guy in the posters, if you've seen the posters.
Is it her boyfriend?
No, her boyfriend is a supporting.
Because did you hear that she said no to the Hunger Games originally, and then they casted her boyfriend, and then she's like, actually, I'm available now.
Oh, really?
She told them, yes, I saw this. I think it was like a woman producer or something like that. I don't know who was talking about it, but she's like, yeah, we actually offered the role to Rachel, but she's like, I'm too busy. I want to be with my family, because she was like in Germany shooting something, and then she was in like London shooting something. She was, I want to be with my family. And then she's like, the producer or whatever, or the casting person was like, oh, I didn't even know it was her boyfriend, but we casted this guy. And all of a sudden she got a call from Rachel, and Rachel's like, actually, I'm available. And then they like gave it to Rachel.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know they were dating, because I kept seeing them on red carpets like hugging and stuff, and I thought they were just like friendly co-stars, and then I think like somewhere along the lines I found out that was her boyfriend. I was like, oh,
Yeah, so random.
very random.
Yeah,
and they
'cause
were in West Side Story together.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't see that.
I think so. I think they were in that together too.
West Side Story is an awful show.
I have no idea.
I love musical theater, and I cannot understand anything about West Side Story. And it's not even like just the storyline. It's like the music's bad. Like everything's just bad.
That's so weird how they always end up in projects together. I don't know.
That is weird. I guess they're both singers. I don't know. Is he a singer? I have no idea. I
I'm
love
assuming.
that people complain about too many songs. I saw that on Twitter. Everyone was like, "There's too much singing," and I'm like, "Isn't the show's like called Ballad or something?"
Yeah, it's like in the title and in the book that she's singing all. She's a singer in the book.
Where would you rank this?
Catching Fire is obviously it's the best movie in
Is
the
that
world.
the first one?
It's the second one, but
Never
it's like
thought.
universally like the best movie out of
Okay.
the franchise. This would be my number 2 or my number 3.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
above.
So it'd be Catching Fire, and then maybe Hunger Games, the first one, and then Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes,
Wow.
or flip those two. I'm biased because I love Katniss and I love Jennifer Lawrence. So
Yeah, I feel like you can't really
It's hard
compare.
to-
Yeah.
yeah.
I would love Rachel Zegler on the podcast too.
Rachel, this is a safe space because I literally am like, I picked her up as a client. Like, I didn't know her. I wasn't familiar with her game, but now I get Rachel Zegler, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Rachel Zegler. I really like him. Like,
you like her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's another one that's just very hard. I'm trying. I watch her
I
stuff.
get
I'm like, she's gorgeous. She looks beautiful. I love all her tributes to like Katniss outfits and stuff. I think that's cool. She's beautiful. She looks like a model, but
I get it. I get why people wouldn't like her, but I think that pushes me to like fight for her more.
I get that. Yeah.
I live. This is the only thing I've seen her in. So
Yeah. Oh, that's it. You didn't see
I haven't seen her in literally anything else, and I just followed her on Twitter.
Okay.
Like 2 days ago.
You didn't see Shazam too?
No.
Didn't happen too. She's like, I just needed a paycheck. I was like, okay, girl.
Okay, this is where this brought me to another hot topic. So Jacob Elordi has been trashing the Kissing Booth movies.
Okay, what is that? I see that everywhere.
It was like it was on Netflix.
Is he gay in it?
No, he's the love interest. It's like you know Joey King.
You talked about her before.
She's she's Gypsy Rose in the Hulu one.
Oh, Liv. Okay. Really? Oh wow. Okay.
So
she's so good in that.
But they were like just teen, like fluffy, like rom-coms. It was Joey King, and then there's two brothers like fighting for her. Very stereotypical love triangle love story.
Okay.
And then but Jacob Elordi, when he's promoting his new movie Saltburn.
Oh my God, there's so many movies he's in. Good for him.
He was saying how he just did those for a paycheck and that they're ridiculous and not serious at all.
Well, are they not serious? Have you seen them?
They're just like teen, like young adult movies. So like they are unserious to like adults, but like, you know, to teens, like they're good movies, you know? It's all perspective.
Very James Charles coded with the Morphe palette. Saying it's trash. These people need to not say anything. Why did they say that? Just stop. Don't say anything.
And it's like trashing the role that made you a star. Like
This was Jacob Elordi? I would think Euphoria.
He got Euphoria because of the Kissing Booth. So you have to start somewhere.
Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, I don't know if there stands for the Kissing Booth, but why are people that sad about it? Like he said, look, I do think it's so like tacky when people are like, I did it for a paycheck. Cause like, yeah, so to some people they like love that. That's like the whole thing. But I also think it's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's like Twilight. Like Rob Pattinson hates Twilight. Everyone's like, it's cute.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Also, it's like the men that are get away with
true.
it. I think Kristen Stewart at the time, everyone was harder on her for hating Twilight.
That's
like visibly being like disinterested in it.
Yeah.
But for Robert Pattinson, it's like a quirky thing. Oh, we love Rob.
Yeah.
We love Jacob Elordi.
Well, Jacob Elordi, yeah. Well, they're both good looking, so I get it. I mean, honestly, that's just pretty privileged. Just how it is, you know.
It is what it is. Yeah.
People get away with like way more.
Yeah.
All right. We're back. This is the part of Just Trish that gets a little serious. Do you know what that's from?
No.
You don't know what that's from? Serious. Less of a Marilyn, more of a Jackie. Serious.
Is this a musical?
Smart and not too tacky. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you don't watch musicals. But it's such an iconic. It's Legally Blonde, the musical, which Christian Borle had the affair with Laura Bell Bundy, even though he's married to Sutton Foster during Legally Blonde, the musical. Anyways, this is part of the podcast where we get serious.
Serious.
Oh, that was good. That was so good. You're like a singer, right? I was trying to sing a song earlier with you. What was it? I was trying to sing a song and then you weren't catching it. I don't know. I was singing something and then...
I remember that I caught it late though. I forgot what it was.
Oh, shoot. Anyways, okay, so there's so many... There was actually so many topics to talk about that were like kind of serious, and then like I feel like just like I don't know, there's just so much happening this week. There's so much. I was like, this is my pregnancy announcement. We can't have all the drama, all the seriousness of it. P. Diddy, but we're like kind of scared to talk about that because he sounds scary. He like hung someone over a balcony by their feet.
Allegedly to both.
Allegedly to both. Yeah, okay. Settled in 24 hours. I was like, and what's this? Oh, James Charles. Yeah. Another allegation, which is like also very serious and scary. And who's the scariest of all them? Probably James Charles.
James Charles.
Yeah, right? I mean, as far as like a
Jamie
menace to society, I don't know. Oh, maybe not actually. Maybe, I don't know. Allegedly in the court documents, P. Diddy sounds a little scary, but...
yeah, I allegedly wouldn't be afraid of James Charles unless I was a 15-year-old swing.
I mean, yeah, but as far as who's going to come after us, I don't know, but... Like, as far as who's the scariest to society?
Oh, in society? Probably P. Diddy, I think. Those were like serious.
Right.
And we
That's
have to
true.
say
Allegations, of course, yes.
With Cassie, like, I think...
It's terrifying.
It is, especially because they were in a relationship for a really long time, and...
She's, like, enduring all this alleged, like, abuse.
Yes, alleged abuse and alleged trafficking, because... Oh, you read the whole thing.
Of it.
Yeah.
I was, like, kind of, like, couldn't believe it. Crazy.
It's just so...
Like, how do people...
outlandish. But I mean, it kind of made sense. Like it didn't blow my mind because I was like, oh, I could see someone like him having these like skeletons in the closet. Yeah. Like
it's so bizarre, but to me, I think of, I don't know, I guess I don't know P. Diddy at all. I just always, I don't know. I think of someone like so big as like Eminem or something. It's just like, why would you even risk that when you have so much to lose?
But I think people get cocky and think, oh, especially when it comes to like power dynamics with the woman, it's like, well, who's ever gonna believe the woman? And he has so much money, so like, I feel like he thought he could just like bury her if anything.
Well, I mean, they settled in 24 hours, which is like crazy. All that stuff comes out, and it's like I get settling because like it's a lot to go through, but it's like the stuff's already all out there. It's like, and if it's true, even if it's like 10% true, I mean that's so wild to like endure. Like, how do you not have PTSD? How did she even get out of it? Like, it's
and then because I remember I just went to look it up too, and there have been like other weird like shady things with Diddy too in the past, like with different like ex-girlfriends and the different like businesses and stuff. So like that's why it kind of like made kind of sense to me, I guess. But for Cassie's sake, I'm happy that they just settled, because like they like went to trial, like to have to relive all of that and have all of this out there for like public consumption. Like, it's such private, like embarrassing things that like I'm glad that she doesn't have to like relive any of that stuff, and she still gets money, so.
Totally. And she got it out there, it's like at least it's out there, and so it's like it's kind of out there without having to like relive it,
and it's up to everyone else to like, she did her part, and then it's up to everyone else to like make sure he's like held accountable and stuff.
No, people in power with money, it's like you really just can't go against them. Like, that's what's so scary, is like you just can't go against them. And like, she settled and stuff like that, but it's like, is that enough for her? Hopefully it is. She has like her kids and stuff, and so she's just trying to like, I don't know, move on from it. But it's hard. That's all, like, I don't know. That whole thing got really dark, and so that's just like, oh man, this is like all really dark.
And then James Charles.
I mean, another allegation, which is like sad. To me, this is like, I won't say this was disheartening. The one about Diddy was like crazy. But it's kind of sad.
For which part?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like for these, I'm going to say victims, or these young boys, because people kind of came for the guy because he's like, oh, you're saying this all so many years later. But it's like, they're like adults now, and they're not as like scared as, I don't know. I just think it's like weird. Like, the sending, the Snapchatting, the butt pics allegedly to these people, knowing their age. And I don't know. It's one of those things, like, if enough people are saying these things, like,
where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's enough. Obviously, not every person who's come out, like, some people have fabricated stories with James, but this one, the receipts were so specific and from like such a specific time that it all kind of like made sense. So I don't know if anyone hasn't seen it. So a TikToker named Matthew Lawrence.
Matthew Lawrence, the Lawrence
no relation to the Matthew Lawrence brothers. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Love Matthew Lawrence.
Said that in 2020, James slid into his DMs and said age check, which.
I get to do the age check, like, just don't start with that.
And the sense of entitlement to like just slide into a young teenager's DMs and just like straight up just age check, as if James has a shot with just about anyone. Like, I'm like, girl, it's hard because like back in the day I did want to root for James because I'm like an underdog person. Like, he was very famous, but a lot of people were also against him, and I felt like there's a lot of like homophobia around him too. So I wanted to root for him, and then all this stuff comes out, and you're like, now I get Tyra. I was really wanting to believe. I wanted to believe in him. I really did want to believe him. And then the stuff comes out. I'm like, my God.
I think what people are forgetting too is like he admitted to this. Like, he admitted to saying, I was just desperate, that they were 17. So it's like, there's admission. There's admission of guilt. The video's since taken down, but he admitted to this. And it was just kind of like, So it's not like a speculation on if this happened. It did happen. And I think that's what people like forget, myself included. Sometimes like, I'm kind of like you, where I'm like, enough time is, but then I'm like, oh no, these people were like underage, and this is my energy for anyone doing anything to people underage. Like, just, even if it is just age check or DMing with them or being friends with them or going out to lunch with them as an adult. Like, it's all weird to me. And I think it's kind of an unforgivable thing, especially when these people later on are like, the guy didn't say he was like, felt uncomfortable. And I know a lot of people get mad too if they're like, because what kind of broke my heart a little bit about this situation too is, I'm not saying like, is like he was saying, I know I was 16 and maybe I was, egging it on or something, as far as like, the 16-year-old at the time goes, I guess I was like flirting or whatever with the Snapchats. So it's like as if they were the problem, like they did something wrong. Yeah. And it's like, at 16, I flirted with people that were 40. You know what I mean? That's not my fault. It's not on me. So for him to even feel that way, I was like, and I think too now, everyone's like, oh, the timing's suspicious. It's like, you see someone that did this, that doesn't have to take accountability for something that's like pretty serious, and like also admitting to this, that he's like, I was like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I was just, desperate or whatever. And not really having to reap like the consequences.
It's kind of prospering right now. Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's what the guy said too. Like, this palette, this guy you're supporting did this. And so many people I think do forget that, because there's like mutuals that like hang out with him or are fine with him. And I'm pretty like forgiving, especially because it's me, right? Like, people who are friends with me, I'm just like, I've done some crazy crap in my past, but it's like, didn't like talk to like these, and not even just talk, like very much age check, Snapchatting, here's my butt, like.
Yeah. So Matthew said that like after the age check he had just turned 16 at the time too, which is even
That's
worse. It's November
very young.
2020.
That's not even barely 18. That's just turned 16.
Just turned 16. Yeah. And he said that after he did tell James that he was 16 after the age check, and James replied, "Oop, I'm not trying to catch a case." But then they kept talking because they kept exchanging DMs, and then James had added him on Snapchat. And then a couple weeks later is when James had allegedly sent a picture of his ass. And then when Matthew wasn't like, didn't give him a good response, he was like, "Well, what the hell did you do?" He said, "Oops, like I didn't mean to send it to you. Sorry, meant to send it to someone else." And then blocked him, allegedly.
Yeah.
So it was almost like true. It seems like a testing the waters kind of thing. And like, I'm sure if he like went into it, then it would have escalated to something else, allegedly. But
even just allegedly sending that is like
horrible. Even after the age check, like, so say if he genuinely didn't know, and he was maybe the guy looks a little bit older. After the age check, if you know that your intentions going into it is, oh, I think this boy is cute, and that is why I'm asking his age. You find out he's underage, and you already have been freaking dragged through the mud for doing this exact thing.
Yeah.
Then you genuinely like have some kind of problem.
Yeah. No, for sure. If you said, I don't want to catch a case, like, you like understand the gravity of this. And it all seemed to be around that a lot of the same time, like 2020 and stuff like that this was happening. And it doesn't negate from anything. Everyone's like, oh, this was so long ago. It's like, no, this is like, no matter what, 20 years from now, it's still wrong.
This is after, like, because in that video, he was like, I'm going to start asking people's age before I talk to them. So obviously this he like knew. So he asked the age check. And this was him trying to like be better is the gag.
Yeah.
The gag, this was him trying to like improve himself and to like move in the right direction, and it like fell backwards allegedly. So It's like, I'm like, my God. And that's why I get why it'd be frustrating for Matthew, and like why I want to say this. You see someone doing well. James just had this big commercial for his palette where he was his little Eras tour where he made fun of all his different scandals in the past.
Yeah.
So I could see that you're seeing someone make fun of all their past scandals and like, oh, isn't it so quirky and funny? And like I had white makeup one time, blah 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 blah, and then he did this to you, and you'd be like, well, what the hell?
No, for sure. There is something to that, for sure. And I think that's why people do get so upset. And it's like, there's never accountability. It's a continued, again, a pattern of behavior, which is like, it's not like this isolated incident. It's like it happens. And like you said, it's after he got caught the first time. And it's just like, I was someone too that kind of like forget, you kind of over time. And then it's like, no, we kind of need to remind that this is like not a thing that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's like the era we're in now. I feel like people not knowing it's like not okay to be friends with minors. Like even if you're friendly, obviously this is like different, but like if you're like just stop, don't do that. If you're 30 or 20 or something, like don't talk to 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
So weird. It's so, especially with influencer this age, you can go hang out with influencers your own age. Like they're all young. There's legal young. There's 18-year-olds. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like I get it. He's young, but.
Yeah, and James would have been 21 at the time of this too. So 16, 21,
that's a big age difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, I know. I don't like it's just one of those things, and it's like I do know people that are mutuals with him and they really like him, and I'm just like, yeah.
And that's what gets frustrating too, because I like the people who are friends with him.
I know.
And like I trust their moral judgment. Like I know they are good people.
Yeah.
And so it is kind of like, I don't know. Like
this is a hard can't be friends with, I think. I think that's just a hard, like I don't know. You can't, like, I don't know. That's so, I don't know why that's like, people just kind of think it's okay. And they're just like, it's, I don't know.
It is so, I want to figure out why. I guess maybe because he's still so popular. I think like Colleen became so unpopular.
Right.
Like when all that stuff happened, that it became like socially acceptable to like drop her. People who were friends with her, like actually close friends with her. But with James, he's still so popular. So maybe it's,
people are benefiting.
And it's like, oh, well, if he still has all these followers, he still gets millions of views on TikTok, then it can't be that. Like, that's not saying that for me. I'm saying, like, that's how I can, maybe that's what other people think that are friends with him. I don't know.
I think we'll see more come out later that's maybe worse. I don't know. I'm not wishing it, but this, like you said, what's the saying? The smoky fire mountains?
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a lyric to one of my songs. Where there's smoke, we'll find out. I think so. Anyways, I don't know. I did not write it, so I guess someone else did. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, bad vibes, and I just can't. Like, I don't know. And I don't want to be that person, but like, I'm laughing out of like nervousness because it's just like, what is wrong with like these people, like, what, you know what I mean? Like, that happened after? Like, don't, like, stop. Don't do age check. Like,
Addiction kind of thing,
you can,
I think.
maybe.
Right? He got famous so young, so I feel like he kind of rose psychologically at like an age. Like, I feel like when he was 21, trying to talk to teenagers, he still thought he was like a teenager. Like, looked at himself like a kid.
Yeah.
I get that too, because I'm 30 and I don't really think of myself as 30, but I'm also not like trying to talk to little kids.
Yeah.
So it's like
No, and I think with Colleen too, I think it was kind of the same thing. Maybe she was like emotionally stunted because she went to like Christian school and she went homeschooled and she kind of like, I don't know, maybe she was like emotionally stunted where she thought
she was a kid, like one of the kids. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I so badly want to understand though. And I think that's what like puzzles me so much.
I mean, I asked Dr. Drew when he's here. I was like, "Why do they want to be friends with minors?" Like, I honestly don't know. Like, that's a whole other thing. It's very odd.
It's so weird.
Yeah. But it's also so weird that people just like, continue to support when it's such a serious thing.
I think people don't take James Charles that serious because he posts his ass willy-nilly on Instagram and like Coachella and everything, and it's like it's just hard to take him serious. So maybe I think that's another element too. It's like everyone's kind of like ragged on him for a long time, and he's kind of like put himself out there, so it doesn't seem as like
threatening,
predatory. Yeah, because it is. I'm saying like in appearance, maybe that's how some people can like let it skate by because like I see an aspect of James Charles and I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm like, okay.
You're like, that's a lot. yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so he's just not as threatening, so people just like dismiss it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
That's like the criminal section of the podcast. True crime.
We go into the criminal section. I don't even know if we want to go into the Colleen.
Oh, yeah.
I really didn't want to. I mean, okay. Bad vibes there. I hate this bad vibes. They're just bad vibes.
I know.
We said we didn't watch the video because we're not trying to support that at all.
I can't give her a review. I can't give her AdSense.
I looked at TikTok clips of it a little bit, and I'm just like, I don't know how to describe it, but just seeing the clips, the energy is so bad and so off, and I'm just like, this scares me. Like, I'm terrified. Like, she's like, there's very few people that I feel have like malice intent. I think people say like dumb things or people don't know, but she's like, I think she has a lot of like malice behind her. Like, she's very calculating. She always would say, this is a long time ago and I grow and change. But it's like, just this summer, like, you're lying and manipulating me
and
to like
kids under the bus.
Blaming kids. I'm like, this isn't like a long time ago. This is like, how are you not embarrassed? I mean, I guess she's just trying to write everything off. So there's that. But this is what we were talking about earlier about the apologizing thing, the Pokimane, whatever, apologizing right away, is like, even sometimes an insincere apology can go like a longer way, right? If she would just reach out to like Adam and be like, hey, sorry. Like, there's nothing else he could say, right? There's nothing further he could say because he's like, well, he could accept it or not accept it, think it's ingenuine or disingenuine, but at least she did that and it could like move forward. But the fact that she hasn't with him or the other one, Becky, I only know two, maybe there's more. I know there's like a list of names. I saw Swoop do, but there's like two prominent ones that I think of. It's like just reaching out to them and being like, hey, like, I'm really sorry. Genuine or not, and hopefully she's genuine. I doubt she is, but because but just acknowledging, because even with me, that's the apology being like, yeah, that happened. I'm just a coward. It's like, okay, you're a bad person, but I guess it's some sort of closure. Like, at least I acknowledge that, oh, you did do that. You are a shit person. Thank you for that acknowledgement. We can move on. You know what I mean? I think she like it's odd she doesn't. And she always says to all the people, but doesn't. Especially Adam, who's made 5,000 videos, and again, not shade. That's not a shade. That's like, he rightfully could do a whole channel about her. But it's like, clearly, this one person that you really like affected, who even said, I think in a tweet, like, if she just like reached out, apologized, I'll just stop.
Yeah.
Because at that point, what can you do? You know what I mean? And that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because at this point, it's like, she admitted to being a weirdo and sending like nude photos of me that she had of herself to these people, like weirdo. And there's that, and then she comes back and it's like, as we knew she would. A lot of people are saying for Vlogmas, which, I mean, and I would respect that more too. If she came back, I was like, I need the money. Like, I'm looking for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of being like, I missed you guys and this and that.
My told me to vlog. Girl.
Your therapist did not tell you to vlog. Your therapist said, don't go on the internet. Like, that's what my therapist will always say to me. And I'm like, it's my job. Like, I need to be on the internet. There's no therapist that's like, you really need to vlog right now. Right now is the time to do it.
People need you. They need your content.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I think she actually apologized for not posting.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like, wait, you apologize to those people? The people that have not seen
my
your video?
fans, and I'm just like...
That's not the apology they wanted.
No, she's still... It's so... And that's why it just like makes me like sick. Like, I didn't watch it. I saw the bits and pieces because there's no way I'm just going to watch it. it's so manipulative. And the fact that she like either can't see it or it's just like all bad intent. There's no good behind it. The energy is off. She said she was embarrassed about her video. The video's still up. I was embarrassed by the podcast that I did with her. I was embarrassed that we had a 3-episode podcast. That was deleted in seconds. And I probably could get like a lot more money because of the scandal, whatever. I was like, we're deleting that. There's a relationship I was in that made me look stupid. Delete. Like I delete if you're embarrassed. I don't know. It's honestly, it's just like a black spot on me. Like this summer when all that was happening and I told her like I was sick, and I truly genuinely was when all that was happening. I was like so sick. My daughter was sick. And I told her in voice memo because like when I didn't respond right away, I was like, I've literally been sleeping all day. I'm so sick. The fact that she like didn't care and kept like just piling all this trauma on me, like not only affected me more like physically, but like I wasn't ovulating. My ovulation was completely off. So it's like this all happening now, like now I'm pregnant and stuff like that. I'm like, I am not about to let this toxicity, like she actually, like it actually angers me, and I don't want to be angry because it's like the worst feeling in the world. And like literally being angry at someone is like, what do they say? It's like drinking poison and expecting the other one to like die or something like that. Like it's like, it angers me so much and I don't want to be angry, but so many people are in that same position. They're like so angry because there's just like zero accountability, like zero, like literally, like again, there's very specific people you hurt. It's children involved. It's like, how are you not embarrassed? How are you just coming back on here? And I don't know. And it's like, I do feel for people like Adam, who's very vocal about this. Like, it's like to not have that, like, sort of like, Adam, I'm sorry. Like, you know, it's so easy to say sorry when you've like hurt someone, whether that's your intention or not. Like you hurt a child who obviously is traumatized still to this day because it's like, again, there's no judgment, but it's like, yeah, you can't let it go because there's no closure there. You know what I mean? And it's like someone you looked up to as like this child and that you were close with as a child. And it's just like,
yeah, it is wild.
I get angry. And the fact that she's just back and I don't want to be. So I'm choosing truly, like now truly, like I'm just trying to scroll past, and I hope like she's just in her corner, you know, with her core people watching her, like you do you, I guess, but I'm just hoping to fade into oblivion because this is like a person with like, she's bad. She's a bad person. You know what I mean? And I don't say that about many people. There's less than like I think there's maybe 3 people I think are like truly bad. Everyone else, I'm like, they made a mistake. They're not my cup of tea, whatever. And I just feel it in my physically. And for those kind of people, I feel like, I know I've said this before, but I truly have to mean it at this point. I feel like I just like need to like not look at anything about her because it like angers me. And I feel like when I do that with people that are truly like evil, where they have like malice intent to like hurt me or like make stuff up to hurt me, which is like what she clearly did. She's just like lying and gaslighting me and like all this stuff like that. And not to even like go back to like what she was doing in the first place, like making fun of me. And I was like, I don't know. I can't even grasp it, but I have to just like block that out completely because like physically she makes me like sick. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't even like look at it. It's so, I don't know. It's that bad energy vibes, which I really don't feel like. I feel like with this podcast, people say it's drama or whatever. And it's like, it's whatever. Like if I talk about people, it's like, I almost have like no connection to it, but this is just something that's like, so, but a lot of people, like you even said this too, like you're not directly affected, but you have this like bad vibes. You're like, this is not it.
And what I remember too is like, and this is like such a random story. I've only met her like really like one time, and when I was working for Joey and they filmed a collab and he had to go get something downstairs. And it was just me and her in the room. And I was thinking about this over the weekend. She specifically just like wouldn't even like look at me. And it was just me and her in the room. Like literally just me and her.
Oh my God.
And,
was she
like,
on her
wouldn't
phone?
even talk. She was like either on her phone or just like looking. I remember, but like wouldn't even like look at me. And I remember like trying to make small talk a little bit, but it was just like, oh yeah. And it was just that. And like I worked in entertainment for so long. So like I'm used to like talent just kind of like being standoffish and you kind of just like, you know, are invisible or whatever. But then that just in context with like everything else, you know,
it's hear. Like, but okay, maybe so. Maybe there's like celebrities who have to like prepare, you know, they're like doing an acting scene. So like, yeah, they can't talk to you or something like that. But I don't know, me and like anyone else I've seen like celebrity wise, like they always talk. Like I always talk to the people behind the camera because it's like, especially if you're alone in a room with someone, you're going to talk to them. But I always do because that's like, it's so cliche to only talk to like the talent, but like especially you, it's just you and Joey. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like when you would be in I think we did a fast food one. I don't even think you saw us, but there's one time me and Joey did like a fast food video.
Oh,
and you were in the back.
I was just in the back.
Did people see you or no?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, and to me, I was like, well, it'd be weird to like not acknowledge you. You're in the back like this whole time. Like and I get it, like producer, you're like silent in the back, but it's like, I don't even TV shows we do. I always talk to people. I don't know. Yeah,
it's just very standoffish and like, but And we knew she was gonna come back. I just never expected her to come back so casually, like fall vlog.
Fall vlog.
Wild.
What's the second one? Second one was like Christmas. Here we are.
Yes.
Vlogmas.
Like, girl. Girl.
And I think also like you should take enough time away for like the punishment to fit the crime. You need more than 4 months. Like you did something like horrendous, and obviously you don't want to say sorry, and obviously you're not sorry, but you're just trying to come across more sincere. It's like, take a little more time. Give a year. It's like Shane left for a year, and what was his like jokes about kids or something like that? It was something like not even as like serious. Like he wasn't talking. I don't know. Whatever. Went away for a year. Kind of came back.
Specific victims who were like I saw Becky was saying like she was like very, very triggered by Colleen coming back, and she was already having like a really tough time like and going through therapy, and this like kind of put her like a few steps backward. Just like you said, not get any acknowledgement.
That's what it is. There's no closure for these people who are clearly so upset, and like and like I think that's like the James Charles thing. Anything you see someone with success, and you're this child who felt some type of way, and her apology is like, sorry, I hurt some people with my comedy or something like that. It's like, okay, but there's a very specific person you hurt with that, who humiliated on stage. Not everyone had that experience. So say sorry for that. You threw Adam under the bus with malice intent, editing specifically out to say, oh, he asked for it, even though you like very, again, just bad intentions. And like, that's something like, just apologize. You're not going to go to jail yet unless there's some like proof. And that's what I say. Like, I don't think you have to like get over anything. If there's actual like something criminal that happened and stuff like that, like, yeah, you could, go to the police with it. But still, there's malice intent behind all those things and stuff like that. And even the girl that was on stage, maybe that was her comedy, whatever, but that girl's clearly like upset and very vocal about it. It's not like a secret. Like,
there's so many little pieces, but like, especially with Adam, for example, too, like he like came out that first time, and she like buried him. Like she had to like run him off the internet almost, and he was a kid, like,
yeah, literally
a kid at the time. And it's like, oh my God, it really does drive me crazy. And like I said, I knew she was gonna come back. I didn't expect this. And like, I would respect it if she's just like, yeah, I gotta get back to work because I have kids I need to support.
Yeah.
That I need to put through school and stuff. Then it's like, fine, whatever. But to just come back, like it just gives me, it's like a swarmy little feeling. I don't know.
It's very like, there's something not genuine about it because she says, I've been doing a lot of therapy during this time. So like, okay, so you came back. Why aren't you sharing that? Like, I'm doing a lot of therapy and I've learned that.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah,
like,
what did you work on?
Yeah, you're not coming back with something you learned from your therapy, like telling us, okay, and I learned that I did this wrong or that wrong, or this is what I see different now from what I saw before. Like, so I don't believe it. I don't believe the therapy.
There's zero genuineness. There's so zero. Like, you just see it. You just see soulless, like nothing behind the eyes, just trying to manipulate. And she can, because she has like all these young people that follow her, obviously the comments and stuff like that, but it's just wild. Like, again, this is something that's like so serious. It involves children, and it's just to come back like that. And it's like, yeah, what are you working in therapy for? Because you're sick in the head. Like, okay, tell us, like be aware. And I think like if you can be aware that you have like a sickness, which I don't know, I'm not diagnosing her, but there's obviously something wrong with her. Like maybe explain that, and people can maybe have a little more empathy or whatever. But
even if it's something like I talked to a therapist and I realized I was like emotionally stunted. Like, it doesn't even have to be like a diagnose, just like something to explain.
Why are you do this? Why did you lie about him? Like, why and apologize? Like you said, you buried this person, got sent so much hate to incite hate on someone, like
a kid, especially.
A kid with also like lies, just like leaving details out and stuff to make him look some type of way. Like, that's again really malice, really like evil. And that deserves an apology. That deserves like basic apology. And I think that's all Adam like asked for in the beginning. And it kind of does go a long way for both sides, because like I said, she apologized to me, and it's just like at that point it's like, okay, well, like I don't have nothing else to say, because she admitted she's a crap person, and that's it. And you can support that person if you want or not, but there's like, again, very few bad people on the internet, and it's like, I think it's like better to just like not give them attention. And a lot of people said that too, like, I'm not giving a review. They clipped it on TikTok or whatever like that. And I think that's just the way to go, because I think she just, came back for attention and money, and just not giving her that is the only way to.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty transparent. Like, it's the route of just like she's gonna be normal and keep posting like every day, every other day, and at some point it's just gonna become normal that she's back, and like, yeah. But God, how tasteless! Like, just how like tasteless, so tasteless,
just dumb, evil, manipulative, like all of it. I'm just like, you're it like makes me like physically sick
All
too.
because you cut your hair. They always cut always a hair change.
Show me unchanged. I'm just a mom with like and I like, again, that's like another weird like segue is it's a manipulation tactic to be like in that same apology to be like, oh look, my kids made some work and I'm just being a mom. And it's very, because of course like you're not going to hate on someone like kids, you know, so it's like to put that in there, that same thing is just a little bit ick. Like, I just don't know how she's not embarrassed. Like, I don't know. I would literally hide for at least a year. Yeah. She's got the money. She has a $6 million household, her $4 million. She got the money. She can hide for a year. But I don't know. It's like, it's the attention. It's the greed. It's all of it.
In my opinion, I just don't think that she thinks she did anything really that
No,
wrong.
nothing.
Because the way that she, like, moves about this whole thing, and you can tell because everyone that's, like, come out, that's, like, her friend and her family and stuff, like, Todrick and JoJo and everyone in her family, they all just kind of label it as like drama or like cancel culture or whatever and stuff too. So I think that she, in her head, she's probably still a victim of all of that, and I don't think that she sees that there's actually victims of her.
Victims of her.
That she is not.
And there's like something wrong with her, like for real, like there is, and it's like, and it doesn't have to be like a mental diagnosis, but there's something wrong, like the obsession, just even like my photos and stuff like that, and the pictures and like sending that out stuff. It's like, again, she did this a month after giving birth and stuff like that. It's like, it's not like you changed to say, like, oh, this happened years ago. It's like this summer you were literally like, throwing kids under the bus and like lying to me. That never happened. And then it comes out and like, what? Like to give it out to someone and then them just keep lying. Like that's what I'm saying. There's like something like seriously wrong with that person. If I get caught, I'm just like, well, okay. I mean, that was a bad time and I wasn't going through a dark thing, whatever. But to kind of double down was wild. And I just, like the whole thing, it's really sickening. It's really disgusting. And it, like, again, her fans are very young, which is also a little bit eerie to this whole thing because the support is like, we love you. And also it's like, okay, yikes.
I think it'll still eat away at her that she's not YouTube's golden child that she once
was. Oh, for
so.
Sure. Everyone loving her. And I think it's like the mask is like off, but she's going to try her best to like.
To pivot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And that just shows like the manipulation of it all. It's like so crazy. I mean, it's crazy. What's crazy is when you get held accountable for something or like people all see it, like the whole internet literally came crashing down on her and she still didn't see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like in a lesser sense, when people have like all come crashing down on me, it's like at some point it's just like you're hit over the head with it. You're like, whoa, okay, maybe let me figure out like what I'm doing wrong. Cause sometimes I like couldn't see it either. Like sometimes you're just like, wait, what did I say? That was so bad. What do you know? And so it's like it takes the whole internet to come crashing down and then you're like, okay, now I kind of like see it. Okay, this is not what I should have said and I handled this wrong. But for her to like just like not see it and not think she did anything wrong, her family included, like all this stuff, just all these excuses, like you said, people are making like it's drama, it's this. Bizarre when there's
or
and
they
there's
say
actual
like
people.
straight out lies. No, I mean when you hear what people next to her say, they said this is all lies, which means that's what she believes and tells other people.
Well,
so it's not. But I think what I've learned is with you, she apologized so quickly, and I think it's an ego thing. Like you're somebody. And she still sees Adam as nobody, and I don't think she will ever get over that part that somebody that in her mind is no one did this to her. You know what I mean? She just won't ever get over that. So I think, because after 4 months, you're not coming back with apology to Adam and close the case and move on.
Yeah, because
she will never give him that.
Yeah, and because you can't say much when someone's apologized. It's kind of like take it or leave it. That's happened. Like, what else can you do? Again, if there's something like criminal that happened, you know, that's up to like Adam or something like that. But in this kind of case of like she did something wrong, she apologized, take it or leave it. At least it's happened. But the fact that she hasn't, I think, is like the most frustrating to people. And like again, I see that on like a lesser thing too. Sometimes I'm just like, well, I don't know how to apologize or whatever. But it's like very simple to just be like, I'm sorry, and like it probably wouldn't be genuine from her, but at least it's something more than just this. Because she didn't even like, really apologize in the video. She's just like, I know, like I hurt people with my comedy.
Immature,
and I was like, girl, you're 34 back then. Like it was not that long ago. All this stuff happened. So yeah, when there's actual people that are talking, it's like maybe apologize.
Like they've all done interviews with like some of them did Rolling Stone, Wall Street Journal, Insider. Like you know, they all have faces and names now. Like they did become like kind of public figures.
Yeah,
Adam like always was, but a lot of these other ones who like they didn't want to be influenced or anything, you know, but they all of a sudden became like the faces of this like case, and to not say anyone's names at all or like humanize them at all is so or
to send them like an email or something. Damn, like just I would. Even if I didn't think I was like in the wrong, I feel like this guilt. I'd feel this thing. I'm like, wow, these people are really upset. Like, let me, even if you're not fully there yet, which is like, if you're doing therapy, you should fully realize what you did was wrong. But it's just like to not, I don't know, that guilt alone. Wouldn't you feel like bad that you ruined someone's life and humiliated someone?
I guess, and I feel like a lot of it's like, oh, it's like for legal reasons or whatever, she can't say this. But it's like at this, I don't think any of them. This is just like literally just my opinion, but I don't think any of them would press like any kind of, because I feel like if they were going to, they would have.
They would have 100%. Yeah.
And I think literally all they just want is like
an
just
apology,
to have their feelings validated with an apology. Yeah,
I think so too.
So I don't think this whole like legal excuse to, it's like,
yeah,
you're just bad. You know?
Yeah. It's
I'm not sticking around for any of the vlog. Like I saw I couldn't even see like the one where she's wearing blue episode 2, whatever.
Yeah,
the blue sweater one. I'm like, I'm not sticking with this.
Is that what it was called? Blue sweater?
I have.
No, I'm not watching. I can't. Unless something like massive blows up. Like I literally have to like skip past it. I put not interested because I was just like, her face was making me so angry. And like I know when like again that anger is like not good for anyone, but it's like there's a reason obviously, and I'm like I just need to ignore this completely and like cut it off because I am not about to let her ruin my like physical health again, especially now like during my pregnancy because she did enough this summer. And I was just like, it was so stressful. And you know when you tell someone like I don't feel well and then they just keep being like, well, this happened and did you see this? And now I'm worried about this. And so it's like, God, like
Girl.
my daughter's sick, I'm sick, like I'm trying to get pregnant, I can't ovulate, like all this stuff like that. I like didn't ovulate for literally like 8 weeks. Like I didn't have a period for 8 weeks. It was just so stressful. And then having that constantly, I'm like, God, if someone tells me they're sick, whether they're like lying about it or not, just leave them alone. I'm like, okay, you're sick. You know what I mean? Like when you were like, I was rushed to the hospital or the urgent care, I was like, don't worry about the podcast. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you're like, it's gonna be up by noon. I'm like, it's fine. Like you could have like died. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just bizarre. And I have like no respect for people like that either. It's just, the whole thing's embarrassing. Oh my God.
What a saga. Little did we know this was gonna be.
Oh my God. Ugh. Like it couldn't, like you don't think it could get worse. And then you're like, I see the face and I'm like, no. Anyways, positive vibes. So sorry, my baby. Please don't. Don't absorb any of this.
Negative
but,
vibes.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like literally, I physically felt sick and I was just like, this is really bad vibes. And I'm not like such a vibey person. I don't necessarily have the best intuition in general, clearly. Like I don't really. But like, you know, for some reason, when I saw these clips, I don't know, it was like making me physical. Like I couldn't sleep. Like I was just up. It was very weird. It was very bizarre. And so I'm like, okay, for my health, I'm just not going to see anything unless it's like something big or something that happens. Because in general, doing this, because I think people were scared when I started doing this, like, oh, drama again. But it's like, you know, in general, I'm like, I am pretty spiritually enlightened. I'm pretty disconnected from stories. It doesn't really affect me. And if it does, I'm like not talking about it. Clearly, if someone affects me, I just don't talk about that person. So it's like at the end of the day, if it's like something silly, you know, which I think is most of our stuff. Talking about like Jacob Elordi's like kissing booth. I was like, okay, like not that serious. But yeah, anyways, any final thoughts? Did we say all of them? I don't know. I'm literally speechless at this point, but okay, well.
The last of our Colleen updates
please,
for the time,
yeah,
for
I
the
think it needs to be.
Future.
Yeah, I need until I have this baby, and then maybe physically I can stomach some stuff, but I don't think it's gonna be now, especially because I'm in my happy mood, in our Just Trish mood, in our Just Trish podcast. But I hope you guys have a really good Thanksgiving. This is our final episode of the week, so have a great Thanksgiving, and just be thankful for what you have, the health, the good health. We'll be back next week with the hot topics, of course. We'll be back next week with a guest. And thank you guys for everything. I'm thankful for you guys. Truly. I mean it. It's amazing to be here. I feel like I went to our Kardashian voice. Like, truly amazing. It's amazing what we're doing. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I'm pregnant with baby number 2. Oh my gosh.
Just Trish with Oscar, Moses, and Elvis.
Oh! There's 4 of us now here. So, yeah, thanks guys for watching. Oscar, thank you as always. I love you so much. And Moses, I love you so much. And audience, I love you so much. And baby, I love you so much. And yeah, baby number 2. Woo-hoo. We're going to keep positive vibes. Where is it? Somewhere. I don't know which way this direction goes. The baby's in there somewhere. All right.
It goes everywhere.
Great, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys next time on Just Trish.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh.